Okay, I don't know whether this is working or not working. All I can do is just crack on, I think. Um, okay, Phil, you're in the chat there. If you can let me know if you can see me and hear me, that would be greatly appreciated before I start chatting away to well, nobody or nothing. If people can't hear or see, then there's not a lot of point, is there? But yeah, if you can, Alex talks football. Hi, Alex. I've got to try and remember not to. My attempt to, I did just to let you into a little embarrassing secret. I did a bit of a test the other day, and Alex came in and he said, "There, the legendary Gobby Gaffer," and I was looking where to type, and afterwards I thought I could have just spoken. I've got to get used to all of this. Welcome along, Alex. Everything is fine. Great. Okay, so this is the first live stream, Gobby Gaffer live stream, playing Football Manager 2023. Could go one or two ways. Let's hope it goes the right way. So there was a YouTube video came out a few days ago, kind of just setting this up. There was nothing really done in it. It was just setting up the premise. So my YouTube channel has about 250 videos on there, and we have quite a lot of tutorials, all kinds of bits and pieces of grassroots to goal boots, which is my non-league to legends save. There's rebuilds, all kinds of stuff on there. And generally the videos are 25-30 minutes long. They have two games in there, live commentary. We discuss transfers, this, that and the other. And then at the end of the video, like everybody else, I kind of go away and say, okay, so now we're going to go away, play 5, 6, 7, 8 games off camera, and we'll be back with you with the next video very shortly. So I nicked this idea off another YouTuber, so it's don't tell anybody, because yeah, I nicked it. So the premise of this is that we're still going to do that. There's still going to be a YouTube video. There's still going to be 2 games played in there as per normal. But all the stuff that is played off camera, I'm going to live stream it. How many times a week I do this, I don't know, because I mean, there's 3 things for me in this. One is, do I like doing this? 2 is, am I going to get the interaction? And the biggie for me, the third thing is that this video I'm doing today, which is the period from the end of May to the first game of the season, that period will normally take me and about 3 or 4 cups of coffee, about anything between 4 and 7 hours, because I love this part of Football Manager. The gameplay, I can take or leave it, but the actual transfer window, staffing, transfers, goals, I love it all. So I've got to try and cram all that into kind of a 2-hour thereabouts video, or a 2-hour live stream. And that's going to be tough, because I would like to get a game in today as well. And I realise I'm waffling here, and the more I waffle, the less I'm going to get done. I need to keep reminding myself, have a look at the chat. Okay, yeah. Oh, right, okay. The GOAT, okay, yeah. Oh, it's Bristow. Welcome, Bristow. I don't know how you've managed to find me, but and Middlesbrough's in as well. So we're getting a little bit of a crowd in, which is, you know, is great. That before I started doing this yesterday, I was a bit nervous, and I thought to myself, right, my first live stream, what am I going to do? Do I want nobody in, and then I can make all the mistakes that I want to do? Because that's the thing, when you're doing the YouTube videos, I make loads of mistakes, but in the editing, you can take all them out. So tonight, be aware, there'll be lots of mistakes, but it's my first one. So anyway, let's get stuck in, shall we? So I just need to make a few little adjustments here. I think I've said everything. I've got loads of notes here. I might look very intelligent, but believe me, I'm not. So I've got loads of notes, and I think I've probably said everything that I want to say. Yes, I think so. I must give a bit of a shout out here to Phil and his video channel. It's FM23. Old Man Phil. Go and have a watch. And he's very, very good at the tactical side of the game. And he openly admits he doesn't like the transfer window. I think we would make a great combination, to be honest. He could be the manager, I could be the director of football. I think it would work great. But yeah, it came up in his chat last night. I was watching his live stream. It came up. Somebody asked, how long has everybody been playing this game? And I realised actually that I'm a bit of a baby at the game. Well, I don't look like a baby. I'm quite old, if you've not noticed. But I've only been playing this game since lockdown. I watched a few YouTube videos by somebody called Alujo, and I got hooked because I'm a massive football fan. And I have played Championship Manager, but that was a long, long time ago. I was never very good at it. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy this game and see if I can do this, because I'm a bit of an amateur video editor and I love creating. I'm a very creative person, let's put it that way. I'm not trying to, I'm not being big-headed. I just love doing stuff like that. So the creative side of this is, I find absolutely fascinating. When we start watching the game, and then this is, I mean, Phil will have a bit of a chuckle at this. What I've got to try and do in all of this is keep my cool, because if you've watched any of my videos, I do throw my toys out of the pram an awful lot. I do get very annoyed. And let's just have a quick look at the chat again. So, all right, okay, Alex, here's check Phil's account. Do check Phil's account, because he's very, very good at making tactics up. He amazes me the way that he goes away and thinks about these things. And I will admit, I love the transfer window. I've already said that, but the actual tactical stuff, I'm not that great on. So I've done something tonight. I've done a little bit of work on it already. Let's see if it works or not. I may need some help with it. So yeah, fair play to you for giving it a go. Well, and yeah, and Phil's having a bit of a laugh. Well, it won't be the last time you have a laugh at me, Phil, because believe me, I think it's going to be a bumpy ride, I think, till I get the hang of it. Anyway, let's click a few buttons and let's go into the live stream. And I need to put that back on, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to see what anybody's saying. Right, okay, yeah, and it's nice to see everybody in there. I mean, we're doing all right. We've got some chat on the go, and this is, mind you, once you've watched the first one, it'll be like, that was a load of rubbish. I'm not watching the second one. But let's see how it goes. Okay, so we've come into Espanyol. It's the 7th of June. So you're going to have to, don't think I'm being rude tonight. You're going to have to bear with me, because when we start playing games in the second live stream, that's providing we get there, when we start playing games, then I will be able to interact a lot more. I'm not being rude tonight, but it's a very intense period of the game for me, and I like to really think about this, and I'm going to have to rush through it, which is not really my way. So I'm not being rude if I miss a comment, but anyway, so great setup, Gobby. Well, thanks, Alex, because it's Phil, enjoy yourself. You're over the worst now. I don't know, because all this is written down. I've finished all that now. It could all go downhill from here. Right, let's get back into the game. So it's Espanyol. I'm using the updated updated database. So this drops you into any team at the end of the 2023 season. So we're going to play in Espanyol. They got relegated last season, and we're going to try, the initial aim is to try and get them back into the first tier of Spanish football. I mean, where we go from there, I don't know, whether we do another one or carry on with Espanyol. I mean, we'll work all that. It's the first live stream. Anything could happen tonight. The computer could start smoking, and I don't know. Okay, so I have had this email through, which is quite nice, and we're spending 2 million on undersoil heating. I mean, it's Spain. I mean, Camp Nou doesn't have a roof. Okay, anyway, let's get stuck in. Let's stop waffling, and let's have a look at the squad. So I'm assuming that you can all see this and everything is working fine. I should be in the bottom corner there. Let me just shift that over there a little bit. Yeah. So So the first thing to notice is we've got 9 players here who are out of contracts in, well, actually, it's only about 3 weeks now. We've got 4 players on loan. Not too bothered about them. I mean, they didn't do us a great lot of good last season, so I'm not too fussed about them. We've got 2 players who are out on loan. So we'll have to have a look at those. The one that does interest me is Denis Suarez. Now, the tactic that we'll have a look at in a second that I want to try use, initially anyway, does use an attacking midfielder, shadow striker. And Denis Suarez at 29, with loads of experience, really fits that bill well. So he's a 4-star player, and he's got really good stats. He's not the quickest player, but his mentals are very good. Teamwork and vision, very, very good. Determination's a little bit low. I do like determined players, and it's a little bit low. But then passing and technique, 16 and 17. But I think last season his overall rating was 6.2. So I don't know where they were playing him or how they were playing him, but clearly it didn't work. The problem with this lad is he's on 25 grand a week. Now, let's just flit over a little bit to finances. So if you watch the YouTube video, the budgets hadn't been announced, and I've clicked a few times, obviously setting a few things up. So we've got 8.8 million in the bank. We've got a transfer budget of 4.3 million, and the wage budget is just under 500,000. Currently, we're spending, well, committed spending 300,000. So there is quite a bit of money in the pot. Although, as we know, I mean, I'm going to use a director of football tonight. Shock horror. Yeah, we're using a director of football, and the director of football will forever be juggling these figures around. You'll come back here, in 2 weeks' time, and it'll all look like you've never seen it before. So obviously we know we can move money around, and I could move all that transfer budget out, put it in wage budget. So we have got some money to spend, but I am going to ask Denis Suarez agent, and let's just have a right. So bearing in mind we've been relegated, so you would expect him to be on lower money. He'll either not sign for us, or he'll want 35 grand a week. Let me just check me. Why didn't I sign him? All right, so are we having a bit of a chat in the? You can have a barely say, yeah, great. Yeah. Right, okay, yeah. So I'll get used to this, but I'm just following the. There's more chat here than I expected. You'll gather that because I'm struggling to keep up with it. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, Phil, you distracted me. You're very distracting. It's the new hairdo. That's what's doing it. Okay, it's an in-joke that. You'll have to watch Phil's stream from last night. It's an in-joke. Okay, we're very keen on re-signing Denis Suarez. So what's he going to say? And yes, of course he wants between 33 and 43,000. Okay, what do we do about that? We can try the asking too much money malarkey. No, he still wants. So he's going to ask for a minimum of 43,000. So we've been relegated a division, and he wants to more or less double his money. Okay, let's end the chat with that one. Let's have a quick slurp, because my brother rang me this afternoon, and when we start to. Another spoiler, my team is Manchester City. I know you're all probably going to disappear now. My team's Manchester City. I've been supporting them for 60 years, so I'm not a glory supporter. But when my brother comes on, he lives in Stockport, it's just 2 hours of non-stop football chat. So if my voice gives up, sorry. But anyway, little slurp. Yeah, I'm the same. If I forget stuff if I'm not concentrating. This is the problem. I've watched Phil doing this now for months, and he seriously, although he will say it's not, he makes it look very, very easy. And it's like a lot of things in life. You have a look at these things and you think, that's it. When I watch Lelujo doing his, I thought, oh, videos, yeah, I can do all of that. But believe me, it took a long time to get used to. And even now, the actual the editing, fine, not a problem. The gameplay, I'm still struggling a little bit with. But what's Middlesbrough fan? Gobby, you're going to do more live streams. Well, I like your faith there, Middlesbrough, because yeah, we'll see. You never know. If my voice holds out, and I think you can tell it's going already. So what we're going to do about Denis Suarez? What do we think? I mean, I think he's a very, very good player. I mean, if we go back to the squad list here, he's probably the best player at the club. Denis Suarez is like a 4-star player. I mean, we have got this geezer here who is another spoiler. I'm playing with 2 DMs. So he can play in there. Very, very good player, 4-star player. Now, he's worth up to 11 million. Sometimes in Football Manager. Now, a lot of the things I'm going to do tonight are my way of doing it. Obviously, everybody has the way of doing it. And obviously, everybody has the way of interpreting things. Sometimes the star rating is not to be relied on because that generally is given to you by other staff members, and if they're not up to scratch, then you might get a little bit skewed. One of the things I do put a lot of faith in is the value of a player, and this Sergi Dada, he's worth between 9 and 11 million, so the AI obviously thinks he's a half decent player, and he is. We can see that. You know, he's got very good passing technique, vision's great, determination 15. Again, like I say, I love a determined player. Spirited personality. He's not the quickest, but he's 29 years old, and we want him to sit in there, do a bit of ball spreading, get your foot in. 14 for marking, 15 for tackling. I'm going off the subject. So let's just go back to Suarez. What do we think? Have we got what's this? Oh man, Phil. 4-2-3-1, Gobby. Phil, you're giving the game away. Giving the game away. I've not got there yet. Definitely don't rely on it, no. Okay, Dada's mental, make him a priority signing. Well, we have got him for another year, I think. Let me just have a quick look at that again. Dada, we've got him for another 3 years. So we're doing all right with him. Suarez, do we take a risk and give him the 43,000 that he wants? Bearing in mind that could then start an avalanche, and we could have a lot of players knocking on the door saying, we all want wage rises now. Yeah, but we've been relegated, so I don't know whether to chance my arm and not sign him. If it would have been a sir if he'd have said, right, I'll just go with the 25 grand. But when he wants to double his money, I mean, can I pick a player up? You see, the problem is, I haven't really got a lot of money, have I? 4 million. That's not going to buy me a replacement for Denis Suarez. We are going to kind of scoot fairly quickly through to July the 1st, as we all know, free transfer day. But sometimes I've had great success in there, picked some great players up. Then other times it's been a little bit quiet in there, and it's a bit of a risk. You know what? I think I'm going to, I don't know. A 6.2 overall last season as well. He didn't play well last season, but will he play well for me? You know, being the great motivator that I am. Okay. Let me have a look at the chat again. Yeah, Phil Dada's mentals do make him a priority. But I don't need to sign him. He's with me, and he is in my team. I'll show you the tactic in a minute, but he is in the team. So yeah, I don't think there's anything I need to reply to. Everything's fine. Hunky dory. Right, let's have a look. Denis Suarez. Let's offer him a contract. I think he's still got another 2 or 3 years in him, and he could be a very, very good player for us. I think I'm going to offer him a contract. So let's see what he says. Right. Well, he's not said no. So please don't tell me how to manage the team. So I hate it when these players start saying, oh, you need to sign another goalkeeper. Please bring some more coaching. No, you just concentrate on kicking that white thing around the pitch. Let me do all that kind of stuff. He wants to be a star player. Not got a problem with that. Right, okay. What's going on here? Thought it was no, Phil. He was he's already signed up till 2026. So and he is part of my midfield. Well, he is at the moment, unless I can come up with a 5-star potential player in the free transfers. I mean, we can all hope, can't we? Okay, let's finalise those promises and let's see what he wants. Oh, 39, so he's been a little bit reasonable, but what about all of this? Minimum fee release clause of 38 million. What was he valued at? He was only valued at about 600,000. Okay, fine. Top promotion wage rise, 35%. What's that going to be? A third of that, so that's about, what, 12 grand. Take him to about 51 another spoiler, the board requirement for this season, gain automatic promotion. So, yeah, let's have a look at this then. So shall we take that off and then he can come knocking? I mean, he's going to want more money, isn't he? 3-year contract. Okay, let's take that off. And let's be cheeky and let's knock that down a bit. 35 grand, no promotion wage rise, minimum fee release clause, have a do at that. 37.5, okay. Can we settle on 36? You know what? I don't think that's a bad deal. Okay, he's on, what is he on, 10 grand more than he was on last season, but maybe it'll endear him to me. Maybe he'll say, you know what, boss? You've done a great deal for me there. I'm going to go out and play my heart out now for Espanyol, and I'm going to single-handedly get you back into the Spanish First Division. So that's one of them. Let me have a look at the chat again. Nudge it in around and take it off. Yeah, I think I've done. I don't think I've done all right there. So smart. What's it? Why are you and Phil so smart? I couldn't do that. Well, I can't speak about... Phil's very smart, I can tell you that, because I've been watching him for months. Can't speak about myself. Let's reserve that judgment, shall we, until we start playing a few games. Middlesbrough, you might want to reserve judgment on whether I'm smart or not. We shall see. Right, now let's get back to this again. So, the other player... Now, I've got Vidal here, who is a 33-year-old. I mean, he can play in a few positions, but he's 33. I don't know whether I'm that fussed about him, if I'm honest. I have already had a look, and I've got a couple of right wing backs. So I'm not sure. I don't know whether a 33-year-old as a winger. Not sure on that one. And then we've got Pedrosa. Now then, I think he's on 9 grand a week. And I think he's worth giving a contract to. He's only 25, Spanish, very important when you start getting further into the save. He's quick, first touch of 16, very important. He's got a 19 for determination. Remember what I said about determination? Determined players. He's got a determined personality as well, which although that might come to bite me in the wage negotiations. I think he looks all right. He's a decent player, him. I mean, what do we think about him? Pedrosa, shall we give him a new contract? Although, bearing in mind what he's going to want 20 grand, isn't he? Let's ask his agent. Right, okay, we're very keen. What do you reckon? Yeah, 21 to 28. What planet are these people on? You do realise, unless they've got wind of the fact that the board have given me some more wages. Maybe there's an illicit email going around somewhere that says, go in and ask for more money. He's got money sat there. Okay, 21 to 28. I don't think that's too bad. I think we'll give him a new contract. I think let's enter contract. So he wants to be an important player again. Please do not tell me what to do with team tactics and staff signings. So he's going to be an important player, which is okay. We take off the 35%. We knock this down a little bit again to, let's try 23. And let's have a look at the chat again. If he's a squad player, give him a contract. My guess is you will find better. Well, I'm hoping so. I mean, I'm hoping to... This squad, I think, is okay. It's all right. We've not had the the media prediction yet, because this we're on the 7th of June here, but there are still some playoff games going on, so we're actually still not at the end of the season. So we've not had the media prediction for next season. I'm guessing if the board are wanting automatic promotion, then we will be up there, and I'm guessing we will be high up on the media prediction malarkey. But anyway. It's South London, Mad. It's South London, Mandem. Yeah, sorry I'm late. You're not late, mate. It's there's not a lot happened. I've just been explaining that quickly in a nutshell. The videos that I normally do, there's about 250 on my channel. The videos that I normally do, like everybody else, the YouTube video, 25 minutes long, 2 games in there. You come at the end and you say, right, I'm going to go off camera now and play 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Those games now I'm going to play on a live stream. Hopefully, if this goes all right, they're going to be played. So you'll actually see everything that's going on. I mean, okay, I know that means watching the YouTube video and the live stream, but I will do catch-ups in each one, so you won't be dropped in with, oh, what's happened there? 5 or 6 games played. I don't know what's that. No, I will keep you updated with everything, so you don't need to worry about that. A tough day today. That doesn't sound good. Tough day. Nobody likes a tough day. Yeah, hope not too bad. Yeah, that's all we can say, isn't it, really? It's, tough days are hard to... but I'm retired, you see, so tough days are not really on my agenda. Shouldn't be saying that, should I, with the, South London man saying he's had a bad day. All right, so you're ill. Yeah, being ill and working is it's not a great combination. Okay, let's crack on with this anyway, and I hope you're feeling a bit better, South London. Let's just crack on with this. So we've done all of that. Minimum fee release cost 9.25 million. Let's suggest that he wants to go up to 26.5. So let's go 24. Suggest terms. Okay, we'll give you that. I mean, we've got a little bit of money to spend. So I think as far as the players that we had that I want to keep, I'm reasonably happy now. We've got a couple of lads out on loan there who we'll have a look at later. Like I say, the loan players that we've had in, they'll be going back, and I'm not too fussed about re-signing them. So for now, I think we're going to leave that. The rest of the team, as you can see, the rest of the squad, I should say, is reasonable. Although, again, like I say, you can't take too much off the star rating, but we do have a fairly decent team. I've had a decent look through it. Okay, chat's going on quite nice. I'm glad you're all getting on. That this is great, because if you all get on and chat between each other, I can concentrate on this. This is brilliant. Right, okay, biggie for me, staff. If you watched any of my videos at all, you know I like all these bar charts to be as high up here as possible. If anything, top of the shop for everything. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't. Now, the recruitment team, we were allowed 6 scouts. We've only got 4, so I will be looking for some scouts. Technical director, not bothered. They only deal with staff recruitment. I do all of that myself. Not bothered about a loan manager either. The medical team, we could probably do with another sports scientist. Maybe we do need a physio, but we could probably do with more physios. But for me, if I'm going to go in and ask for more staff, the critical one for me, more coaches. We need more coaches. Let's just have a look at the coaching team. Now, I have had a look at this. So this lad here is a fitness coach. He's got a 10 for fitness. Unfortunately, he has a 2-year contract with us, or another 2 years at 2.8k a week. I mean, whether I get rid of him or not, I think I have worked that out to be somewhere in the region of, I can't remember now, is it 150,000? I'm not sure. But we are lacking here, definitely lacking. We've only got 1 outfield coach. 2 goalkeeping coaches are okay, 15s for him, 14s for him. The other fitness coach, I think he's not bad. He's a 15. Although I mean, if you've played Football Manager, you'll know that fitness coaches and physios are quite easy to come by with very high scores. It's not that difficult to get them. But anyway, we'll have a look at that. So we do need a couple of coaches in, and I am going to ask for some more as well. The other biggie for me is the director of football. Now, I have looked in the staff, the staff search engine, and there's a director of football in there who's absolutely amazing. I don't think he'll come to us because I don't think we've got the money. But this lad that we've got, he's a 14, 15 and an 8 for negotiator. I'm not too minded about the negotiating because I do all the negotiating. But 13 for determination, I'm not quite sure about him, but we might have to make do because he is with us for another year. And I have worked out on his wages. We'd have to pay him off £1 million to get rid. And it's a shame because there are better director of footballs around. Another quick slurp. How's the chat doing? The Burnley save is really stressful. I mean, yeah. To be honest, I mentioned it to Phil weeks ago that I think he should just give it up and start something new. It's really difficult. But then I think, with lower rated teams in the Premier League, although I know he's doing really well, again, a big shout out to old man Phil. Go and have a look at his channel. He's doing a Norwich save as well that he's doing absolutely brilliant with. But so it does, you can actually take, like a lower rated club into the Premier League and do really well. But they won't fire. No, this is the way the game plays, isn't it? It's when you want to get fired, but when you think you're doing all right, that's the time you'll get fired. All right, how are we doing for time? Am I waffling on too much here? We've been going half an hour now. I haven't signed anybody. Okay, so let me just have a look at me. Let me have a look at my notes here. Okay, so let's have a look. We did have a look there. Outfield coaches. So we're going to go into now, again, no, it might be a bit controversial to some of you, but one of the things I use as a mantra in Football Manager is that I never use the in-game editor. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. I don't have it in-game editor. No, not for me. But I can, if there's a button to press in Football Manager, I will press it. I will use it because for me, the game plays like a buffoon. And when the game's playing like a buffoon, I'm thinking, you know what? If I can click any button to counteract that, I will. Less said about that, the better. So let's have a look in here for some coaches. So we're going to go to coaching and we need to take all this stuff off. And we're going to have a look at... now, I've made a few notes here. So we're going to look for technical coaches. Defensive and attacking. So 15s, there are one or two coming up there. Now I did make a few notes. David Platt is in there. So if we have a quick look at David Platt, so he's a 15 for attacking and he's a 15 technical, which is okay. I'd be quite happy with that, providing his wages are okay. And we've also got another one as well. I did quite a bit of work on this because, like I say, this normally takes me hours and hours and hours and hours, and we don't have that. I would like to get a game in tonight, although the way it's going at the moment, they don't call me Gobby for nothing. Yeah, I waffle a lot. Right, so let's have a look at Paul McGuinness. And so this is ideal because he's a 17 for defending and a 15 for technical. So I think we're going to offer these two coaches because I can't ask for more coaches. I mean, I'm probably preaching to the converted here, but I can't ask for more coaches until I've filled my quota. So let's go in there. Let's approach to sign up Paul McGuinness. He's a free agent. We don't have to pay anything for him. He wants 3.5 a week on a 3-year contract. Let's try and knock him down to 2.9. 3.3. Okay, then we'll go 3. 3.2, 3.1. Yay, happy days. Okay, and let's go in for David Platt because he would be my attacking coach on the technical side. So we're going to offer him a contract, and he wants a 2-year contract on only 1.8 a week. Okay, well, let's be cheeky. Let's knock it down. 1.7, 1.6, 1.6. He's gone for that. Right, so potentially 2 coaches coming. How's the chat doing? Me a quitter? Never. European football next season. Might be a little bit optimistic there, Phil, but I don't know. You seem to be, like you've said, you can beat the top teams, and when you're getting results against the top teams, all it needs is a little bit of a tweak to start beating the bottom teams, and you can get up into the European. Is Gail Platt the sister? Yep. Well, no. Spoiler, Alex. It's David Platt. David Platt. Yeah. Although a brother in. Was he not called David Platt in Coronation Street? I watched Coronation Street for years. Okay, so the chat seems to be taking care of it itself. Have you ever seen the mighty Oxford United play, Gobby? No, I haven't. No. What do they play like? What division are they in? Oxford versus Sunderland. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I have done quite a lot of the. I don't know who it was last night. Somebody was talking about Exeter, and I have done Exeter as a grassroots to goal boots. Yeah, I did manage Exeter. I did okay with them, I think, although it was in FM23. But yeah, the chat seems to be keeping itself nicely occupied, which is great. Another slurp of a drink, and we'll crack on. So I think we are going to press the continue button a little bit now. I don't think... Oh, no, the other biggie. Another biggie. Right, staff responsibilities. Oh. So if we go in here now, this is the way I set mine up. So we're going to go into scouting. So I like to have my chief scout setting the scouts up. Now, I have done a video on how to do scouting, how to set it all up yourself. I don't really have the time in this live stream to do all of that, so I'm going to let my chief scout do it all for me. Handling the scouting meetings, I don't know what anybody else thinks about scouting meetings in Football Manager 23, but they're pretty dire. I never go to them. But always press confirm. The number of times I've done that, come out, and then it's all back to how it was because I didn't press confirm. Transfers and contracts. So this is the one where I use my director of football. So I use him to initiate player signings and negotiating as well. They can do a bit of that, but when it comes down to the final yes or no, I have the final say on that. Now I know I did recommend this to Phil. He tried it, and I don't know whether he's particularly happy with it. You do have to keep an eye on your director of football. You have to keep your wits about you, because he will try and sign some really duff players. But occasionally he comes through with a real gem that's not come up on your scouting reports, and they're absolutely brilliant. So that's what I do. Finalising, I do that myself. But like I say, if you use a director of football, keep your eye on them, because they can go a little bit rogue. Media, right, I don't do any media whatsoever, so the assistant manager can do all of that. Don't talk to the media. It's one of the most boring things in Football Manager, and yeah, he can do all of those. Training, I'm a little bit mixed about this, whether to do it myself or leave it to but I think I'm going to do it myself. I'm not entirely sure I've got the time to do it, but I think I am going to do it. Tactics, provide team, blah, 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 blah. I think we'll leave that as it is. And then another important one for me, because again, spoiler, I don't watch any friendly matches. I know that might go against the grain a little bit. I know Phil watches all of his, and it gives him an idea of how tactics are working and stuff. But generally, my friendlies, I always organise them so I'm playing fairly low ranking teams, and for me it's just it's a fitness booster. Swap the players around, get players in there, get plenty of games played. because what that does is it helps the dynamics as well. So it's everybody's, everybody has their own. Right, okay, what am I doing here now? We're doing Leeds friendly matches. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to leave that to the assistant manager, and we're going to confirm that. Okay, so I've done all the responsibilities. Anything happening? Phil, watch all my friendlies in. I know you do. I know, Phil, and and that's great. And maybe it's something I should be doing as well. Like I say, I've been playing this game for 3.5 years. I've only been on YouTube for just over 12 months. I'm still learning this game, and I think, to be honest, if we're all honest people playing Football Manager, we would all say we're still learning the game, because there's so much to it and so much that you can take control of or hand off. It's a very complicated game. So I never have. I did early doors. I watched all the friendly games, and I got a bit tired of watching my team beat some no-mark team 10-0, and I thought, you know what, I can't be doing with this. Anyway, so we've done all of that now. Okay, so let's, I think I've done everything I need to do there. I've shown you the finances, the club vision, gain automatic promotion to the first division. Right, okay. I don't think any of this is going to be that important at the moment. Has the chat blown up? But now I'm saying I'm not watching. What's your beta save gonna be? Not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I have to say there was a point this season where, if you watch my Borussia Mönchengladbach save, I was ready to throw the towel in. FM24, I'll keep my money, thanks, and spend it on something else. Oh my word, did that drive me up the wall? But I don't know, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to, as my grassroots to goal boots, I think I'm going to start with Rochdale. And there's quite I'm a northern lad. I was born in Manchester. I'm now living in Preston, but I have lived near to Rochdale's ground. So, I'm not a Rochdale fan, and I've never been in their ground, but it's a northern team, and there's quite a nice story going along with the Rochdale thing, because they've been in the Football League for so many years, never been in the Championship, and have now got relegated into the Manorama National. So I think I'm going to use Rochdale, but as for my beta save, I haven't decided. Yeah, just need to find out if my player's in the right position. It's not OCD at all. I think, I watch so many people playing this game, and everybody plays it differently. How many times do we watch these? This is the only tactic you need. It's the best tactic in the world. And then you get another 12 people saying the same thing. So we all think we've got the best tactic. We all think we've got the best ideas how to play the game. It's not OCD at all. It's the way that the way that you play the game I find fascinating, because you go into the tactics so much more than I can actually be bothered with, if I'm honest. And fair play to you, because you get your teams playing and you identify things, and then it works for you. So, and that shapeshifter tactic, well, my head kind of blew up watching that one. I literally have no idea how you sat and worked that out. No idea. Again, go and watch Phil's channel. It's an education. Right, so it's definitely the best game about. Are we talking about Football Manager here? There was I was on a forum the other day, and there was a comment. Somebody said, you know what, we're not going to watch a game today, are we? I could see that. So the comment was, I'm thinking of buying Football Manager for the first time. Do you recommend that I buy it? And somebody came back very quickly and said, well, if you buy it, be prepared to lose your life, because you will. The game is a buffoon. A lot of things in the game I really, really, really hate, and I end up, well, the computer's nearly gone out of the window. I don't know how many times, but it's so addictive, because you go to bed that night, and I'm sat there watching a bit of telly before I nod off, thinking, you know what? If I just move that right wing back a little bit further back, or, maybe I've got this attacking midfield player. Maybe he should be a shadow star. I'll try that tomorrow. You try it, it doesn't work. But then, and it just goes on and on and on. I've been doing that for 3 years now. Phil will tell you, I think he's been playing the game for 13 years. He'll tell you the same thing. Anymore, what's a good tactic? But only don't have the players, unfortunately. I mean, this is the other thing as well. You know what, Phil? It's a nightmare, this, because you watch the chat and then you forget the game and start chatting about other stuff. So when I've just been talking about these super. The tactic I'm using. I've taken off HUD Gaming, watch him quite a bit, and I'm using this tactic. See if it works. I don't know, but it's another one of those. This is the best tactic in the world. Use it. Put these player instructions in. Blah 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 blah. But to my mind, I'm thinking, well, okay, that's fine. But what if, you might have the players to play that system? What if my players can't play that system? I mean, you will get a few people saying, "Oh yeah, I've used that in the Championship with West Brom, whatever, and it worked an absolute treat." But surely you need the players to fit into that tactic, and we see it many times, don't we? You're playing Football Manager, and one of your players is just constantly getting a 6.4. He can play right wing back. He can play right wing back on attack. Does he play it well? No. Then you might bring another young kid in or sign somebody. They play brilliantly. It's all about different players, personalities, all of that kind of malarkey. Okay, Middlesbrough. I might do a Yeovil one. You know what? This chat is going amazing well. It's taking care of itself. I lived in Yeovil for a year when I was 9. Right, okay. Philly's doing Luton Town with his beta save. I mean, he's a brave man. Very brave man. But knowing Phil, he'll sort that one out. Okay, so we're going to start clicking continue a little bit now, and let's start moving this save on. Because believe it or not, we've been going nearly an hour, and I'm not going to get a game in tonight. So let's start clicking the continue button a few times. And I'm just going to have another quick slurp, because otherwise my voice is going to give up. And it looks like we've got Gail's brother is coming in. Gail's brother is going to be on the coaching staff. David Platt's coming in, and we're going to accept that. We're going to ask him for some... he's got to go on an intensive line. That's another thing about Football Manager. You notice that if ever you need scouts, medical staff, even playing staff, the game seems to know, I might be wrong here, and it might just be me being paranoid, but the game seems to know whether you need, let's say for instance, you needed German-speaking staff or players. They none appear. They're all Spanish and Italian. So more than likely when you sign players or staff, they all have to go on an intensive language course. The game, it's an arse. I don't know. Okay, ask to recommend signings. What's that? Would you ever do an online save with us lot, Gobby? Well, I don't see why not. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've never done it before, so I mean, why not? I mean, it's time, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing. It's because I do a lot of other stuff. I mean, at the moment, I've written my life story. Not that I didn't discover penicillin or anything, but we're getting onto things here that are not Football Manager. But I started years ago. I started doing the ancestry thing and doing my life story. And what I realised was that my parents. Okay, I know a bit about them. Grandparents know really next to nothing about, and then further back. So I thought, you know what, it'd be a great idea to write my life story, and then, people can actually... So I've done that. I've written my life story, and not that, it's been a super duper exciting life or anything, but at least it tells people where I was born and all kind of little bits and pieces, and it's really a good thing. I'd recommend anybody to do it. Even if you think you've had a boring life, just write it all down because it helps. And the other thing I would say as well, we're getting so far off football now, is talk to your parents if you can. talk to your parents, grandchildren, talk to your grandparents, because all that information, one day will be lost. So the other thing I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing a video life story. It's absolutely brilliant. There's a stuff you can put into a video live story that is different to what you just write down. And I'm also doing other projects as well. So yeah, I mean, the idea sounds great. Doing an online, FM save. Time wise, I suppose we'd all have to think about that one. Right. So let's crack on with this now. So what's this now? Fernando Calero. 27-year-old central defender. So when's his contract? So he's not another year on his contract. He's okay. I wouldn't say he's absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm just going to say, understand your desire. I'm not really going to push that one, to be honest. Right, so he's going to consider his options. Have a look at the chat again. I'm not on the Fantasy Football League. The problem is time, yeah, Phil. I mean, that's I've just said that myself, and I know you play a lot of Football Manager, and your head must hurt working out all these tactics and stuff, and it does take a lot of time. Gobby, I wish you did Fantasy Football League. You know what? I'll let you into a secret. I've never done Fantasy Football League in my life. I've never really. I'm a very passionate football fan, and I mean. Well, I just am, but there are certain things that I've never really kind of clicked. And fantasy football, want to do a YouTube online save, senior citizens one day. Yeah, well, it's a thought, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's. Anyway, let's crack on with this. And I've been going an hour now, and I've hardly done anything. I've signed one scout up to now. Been going an hour. I mean, to be honest, once we've done this first save and get into the second save, then a lot of the things I'm saying about, personal stuff about me, well, you'll know all that by then. So I won't need to impart it again, will I? So let's crack on. What's this? No, not to bother with that. Somebody's starting on a coaching course. That's fine. We need this other. Right, so we're getting this other McGuinness. It's going to sign a new deal. Right, so we've got this other coach now, and we're just going to click on the button now to say, does he need to go on a? Yes, he needs to go on a language course. Recommend sign-ins. And we now have a full complement of coaches. So we're now going to go in and ask for more coaches. If we can. Coaches allowed. Yes. Espanyol. They'll get back to me. Fine. Don't think too long about it because I want to get some more coaches in. So the other thing that I do now is I go into training, coaches, edit coach assignments, and in here now, obviously, I've got Davy Platt and McGuinness in there. I'm doing a bit of coaching. The assistant manager can do a bit of coaching as well. The fitness coaches, weirdly, we've got both fitness coaches doing quickness. So I have got a feeling I might sack that fitness coach off and bring a new one in. I think I might do that. But before we do that, let's just see if the board will let us have any more coaches. So we're just going to, Suarez commits future to Espanyol, so that's quite nice. Let's hope he gets a bit more than the 6.2 for the coming season. 2 players called up, fine. Braithwaite as Denmark. Number of coaches increased, and I wanted to. That's brilliant. Okay, so let's go in now and let's do that. The old. So already we can see there now, because I brought 2 new coaches in, we're jumping up there. We do need some more scouts as well. I need to get that sorted out. So let's go and have a look now for some more coaches. So, in fact, if we go back to the training, what actually do we need now? I mean, we need to sort that fitness coach out. I don't even know whether to bring another fitness coach in, I might do. I mean, we're not looking too bad, actually. maybe we'll look at a fitness coach and a tactical coach. Let's have a look and see if we can find staff search. So we'll change this now to tactical. Let's have a look if we can sign a tactical coach who's on a free. Let's have a look. It's actually, we need to be in there, don't we? Right, tactical. So we've got a lad there who's a 20 to tactical. Attacking, and he's got decent. Right, we'll have him. Right, that's oh, of course, because he's got a 20, he wants 4.6. What are we prepared to? Oh, 4.1. We might get him. 4.4. 4.2. You just need to come down a little bit more, lad. Nice. We've got him. Right, and I'm also going to look for a fitness coach as well. Fitness coaches. We need to go to fitness, and we can bump that up this time because I know for a fact there'll be. Oh, actually, there's not that many of them. So what I was saying before maybe is okay, but there are a few. I mean, there's a lad here. I mean, he's a Spanish lad as well. Okay, he's determination, discipline. Is there anybody else that's better than that? Sharky is not great. Have we got any more Spanish lads? 18 for fitness, and his mentals look okay. I think we might go for him, actually. I think I am going to sign him because we're getting a little bit. In fact, I might just give him what he wants, just to speed things up a bit. Okay, so that's another 2 coaches in. We now need to look as well for scouts. Have a look for scouts. How's the chat doing? All keeping yourself all nice and... We buy rages when not at sale prices. Certainly you won't get any profit from Maguire. That's a weird one with Maguire, you know. I mean, City were in for him. He was kind of nailed on to come to City. We needed centre-back at the time. And then I think United kind of jumped in and paid more money. I'm not quite sure what happened. And he's gone there and it's not worked out great for him. But, yeah. This keeping an eye on the chat is going to be a major problem. Right, what am I doing in here? I'm looking for scouts. So we're looking at judging player. Okay, so we can bump that up a little bit. Potential 16, fine. I did have 1 or 2 written down, I think. Did I? Yeah, I did. So Seb Arnson. He's an 18-17. He's got extensive knowledge of all of these countries. You know what? I think if we can get him, we'll have him. And he wants 3.4 a week. Again, just to speed things up, I'm going to say yes on that one. I had Radu Baku written down. I've done all this to try and speed things up, and actually it's not worked very well, has it? Because I'm actually falling behind my schedule, which is I've been going an hour. Okay, he's very, very good as well. Good adaptability, determination. We'll have him. Well, think again. 3.5. Oh, 3.4. Right. We'll get him. That's fine. Yeah. Right. Okay. So we've got a couple of new scouts coming in. We're moving towards the 1st of July nicely now. And we'll start looking for 1 or 2 players. So something then that I need to show you is tactics. So are we all paying attention, or are we having a get together? I love it. The chat is just taking care of itself. It's brilliant. Okay, so the tactic that I'm looking at is this. So as Phil said, spoiler, 4-2-3-1, and we're going to play with a couple of wing backs on support. this might get tweaked depending on if I can sign some new different players. We're going to play with a Register and Segundo Volante. It's a very fancy club, this, and Spain, it's very fancy in Spain, so we need to have fancy players. You watch it all go pear-shaped. Probably get beat 6-0 in our first game. A couple of wingers, inside forward and an inverted winger. Shadow striker is going to be Suarez, although his best position is attacking midfielder. We could do some individual training, but at 29, I'm not quite sure whether that would sink in anyway. And an advance forward. And I have got some backup players here who I can use. Let me just have a look at my notes now again. So I think I've got cover for most things. Centre mid, these defensive midfield players, I might need some players for in there. So we'll have to see how it goes. What's this? Phil, wow. I know. That, yeah. I know. It's, well, yeah, it's, they're on support, if that helps you out at all. All right, you refuse. If you refuse, all right, okay then. Yeah, too much dough. Yeah, I know. What, I don't have schedules, Gobby. Just get through the next 2 hours is my philosophy. Right? Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm new at this, so I will learn to pace myself and not to worry too much about things. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I have set 3 tactics up. The other one is more of a balanced with a central midfielder on defend. So I'm thinking if we're 1-0 up in a game and it's the 87th minute, let's whack this one in. Maybe pull the wing backs back a little bit. And this one is going to use Phil's favourite block, the low block. So we're going to a low block with this one. The other one is a high press. So, but this one hopefully will contain a game for us. Or if we get drawn against, a first division club in Spain in the cup, I might play this as well. I'm not a great lover of playing kind of defensive lineups, although I don't really think you could call my lineups defensive. And the third tactic I've set up is, I probably won't use this one, but 2 up top, just in case, we need to bang a goal in. But I'll probably go through, once I've signed some players and we're getting towards the season, I'll show you the player not attributes, but the player instructions. It's not attributes, it's instructions. Use the right word, Gobby. Okay, so let's click continue a few more times. All right, what's going on here now? Sterling job so far. Captain. I've never been called captain before. Oh, hang about. So far, captain. Are you talking about Maguire there? Are you talking about... I think I've got the gist. I think it's me. Okay, Arson set to sign for Espanyol. So that's another scout in. Nice. Although he will need to go on a... Oh, no. All right, okay. So can he speak Spanish? What's going on here? Oh, he's got all the nationalities. Oh, he's fluent in... Oh, right, okay, fine. Well, that's great. Because, right, asked to recommend signings. And he's coming in as well. So we're going to accept that one. He will definitely need to go on a language course. So, yeah, of course. And he's going to recommend some signings. And what's this one? Oh, the fitness coach. Right, yeah, quite like this lad. And he's Spanish as well, I think. So that helps things. I don't think he'll need to go on a language course. Right, let's just have a quick look at, yeah. So we're asking him to recommend signings. Rankings, yeah, we don't need to worry about any of that. But Espanyol tumbled down European club rankings. What a surprise. Okay, and we've got the other coaches come in as well. So I think we've filled all the coaching berths now. If we go to the, in fact, let's just have a quick look. Yeah, we've got 9 out of 9 coaches now. We could do with some performance analysts as well now. I might do that off camera because we all know how to hire staff, don't we? Performance analyst, yeah. I'll do that later on before I go to bed. Anything we need in there? We do need another physio. Again, I might do that off camera as well because otherwise we're going to be spending all of this time. Well, look, this is looking very nice now. It's looking very, very nice. I think once I get my performance analysts in, we'll be top of the shop for coaching. That'll be absolutely brilliant. Love it. Might ask for some more scouts yet, not sure. Okay, next thing to do now. What is the next thing to do? I need to keep tuned into what I'm doing here. I was going to do the training, wasn't I? So, right, so we've got to send him. Okay, that's fine. So Ren are after Braithwaite. He's our left winger. He is getting on a little bit, so not quite sure what his worth is. Right, I do need to. I'm just going to save the game. I'm really mad. It worried me to death last night watching Phil, and his game crashed. I don't know whether I've ever had a game crash in Football Manager, but graphics drivers, weirdly, I booted Football Manager up this morning, and the first thing it said to me was, "Do you want to check for new graphics drivers?" Yes, please. I don't want to happen to me what happened to Phil. So I have set it to automatically save after every match, but we haven't played any matches, so I've saved it now anyway. Everything that I've done, it's saved. Anything else happening? I can't scout. No. Game is so nice too in season 1. Well, I don't know really. I don't know whether the game is very nice to me ever, if I'm honest. I mean, I'm going to try my hardest in these live streams not to throw my toys out of the pram, but I can't promise anything. So prepare to see a grown man cry. It may well happen live on camera. What I was going to do was I was going to go into the training now, just have a look in here, edit coach assignments. So we've got this new fitness coach in, and we're going to whack him over there. The other two can, in fact, take him off the quickness. So we're actually looking okay now. I might need to go in there and juggle one or two bits and pieces around, but we're doing okay. If I had another coach, I'd probably go for another goalkeeping coach, but I'm quite happy with that at the moment. That's looking all right. So let's click continue again. Let's try and get to the 1st of July now without... let's have another slurp, because my voice is doing quite well. I'm quite impressed. Oh, one of my lights has just gone out. I have rechargeable lights for various bits and pieces, and the downside is they give up after a bit. Right. I was going to have a look at... who was it? It was Braithwaite, wasn't it? What's his worth? Braithwaite. 6.2 million. And he's 32. I think if I got 6.2 mil for him, I might let him go. Although it is only a rumour, so... Right, let's bob on. Let's get to the 1st of July. Let's see if we can sign any players. How are we doing for time? An hour and 10 minutes we've been on the go. We're all right, aren't we, for not going to bed tonight? Because when I'm playing this game, I can kick off at like 7 o'clock in the evening or something like that in the transfer window. And at 1 o'clock, I'm thinking, it's getting a bit dark. What time is it? 1 o'clock. The time absolutely... I don't know where the time goes when I get going on this game. It's absolutely mad. But obviously, in this live stream, I can't do that. So I realise that if this stream lasts for 7 hours, there will be no chat left at the end of it. Takes a real man to cry, Captain. So have I got a new nickname then? Is my nickname Captain? James Rankin. Hello, Gobby. Well, welcome, James. It's nice to see you. We've got a nice chat section going on here. If obviously you're new to the stream, and this is going to be just a quick synopsis again. This live stream is going to be all the games that I normally play off camera in my YouTube saves, where I play the 2 games. All the games I play off camera are going to be played in the live stream. That's providing it all works out. But the chat seems to be taking care of itself tonight. Join in. I mean, it's how is the transfer window? The transfer window, I've not got into it yet. I'm waiting for the 1st of July. In fact, I don't even think the transfer window's open. It's 20th of June. I think we've only just finished the end of season playoffs at Malarkey. So we've no transfer window open yet, but we're getting there. We are getting there. We have got Captain Gobster. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether I like Captain Gobster. It's got a ring to it. I'll give you that. It's got a ring to it. Okay then. So what's this? Rangers target 2.4 mil. It's only a 3-star. Nah. What I do want is I like to pride myself in signing strikers. Normally, I can sign really good strikers. It doesn't always work. I have to say I have signed a few duds, but strikers, I'm usually pretty good at getting good strikers. So we have got a couple on the books. I think one of them's bobbing on a little bit. So I'd like to bring in a good young striker with 5-star potential who can just bang them goals in, finish with 38 goals for the season. That'll do me very, very nicely. I think I might give it another save now. I've got Phil's stream last night in mind. Again, if anybody is if I'm missing anybody, like I said at the beginning, don't take it to heart. I'm not being rude. This is a very intense, it's my first live stream and it's very intense, the transfer window. Well, it is for me. So if I'm missing anybody, but yeah, anybody that's in who doesn't know Phil, old man Phil, he's got his own YouTube channel and he's a brilliant tactician, makes his own tactics up, all that kind of stuff. He's got 2 saves on the go, Burnley and Norwich. Go over, give him a bit of support, do all the liking stuff. That's another thing. If anybody's in, can you click the like button and all that kind of stuff? Because I forgot to do that. I'm a bit of a nightmare. Yeah. Wilden is the man. Yeah, I mean, he does, although Phil, I think, is a little bit worried about his age now and whether he might start tailing off. How do you upload mods to Football Manager 23? I mean, if you Google that, I mean, go on, like Hood Gaming, he's a good lad when it comes to, installing mods. Basically, you download the mod and then you put it into the folders in Football Manager, and depending what it is, whether it's a skin or whatever, you just put it into the folders. I'm making it sound very easy, and it is quite easy, but just Google it and have a look. Go on YouTube. Somebody on there will show you how to do it. When I did I'm running the Zealand skin, and that was quite easy to do. And then also I went on a site called Sort It Outs to get this updated database, and that was quite easy to load as well. It's all to do with like San Marino, and then when you okay, I'm going to start a new club, and you tick San Marino, and that's got all the files and folders in it, as well as the other countries that you want to, have loaded and playable and all that malarkey. But it's reasonably easy to do. You just need to, once you've done it once, you'll be able to do it forever with all kinds of different mods and things. So yeah, just have a look at that. What's that? I did it when I joined. Okay, yeah. I mean, just do that, Middlesbrough. Yeah, the best thing for anybody who's playing Football Manager, new and even seasoned players, is watch other people playing the game. I've learnt so much stuff off Phil, let me tell you. I don't use it all, but I've learnt so much stuff off him because, you watch other people play and they'll do something. You think, you know what, I never thought of that, or didn't even know that button was there. Watch other people, because the more people you watch, the more educated you'll get on the game. Right, so we're still trying to get through to the 1st of July. Yeah, who was it who came in right at the very beginning? Who was it now? Let me just see if I can scroll right the way back to the beginning. It was... I can't find him now. Yeah, one of my son's friends, my son's a big gamer, and one of his friends came in. Oh dear, what have I done there? I've knocked that off. How have I managed to do that? It's all right, I've got it back again. Don't panic, everybody. I clicked a button then and everything went pear-shaped. There we go. It's all back in fine. Yeah, my son's a big gamer, and he had a Twitch channel. So all of his friends, he's got tons of friends, and they all, when I started my YouTube channel, they all came over and liked my channel and started watching and got involved, which was great, you know. And then, but he came in right at the beginning. I don't think he's still here. I think he just popped in and said hello. Right, fine. Come on, we're losing the plot here. Yeah. I have to say though, I'm very, very impressed with the chat tonight. It's I'm liking the way everybody. Well, that's the thing, you see. We're all football fans, and football fans. Well, we can chat football, can't we? Till the cows come home. So it's a nice, friendly chat, and it's nice to see. I think Phil's driving it along there. He's doing a good job. Phil, you're well, you're not a moderator, but you're doing a moderator's job. Well done. There's no pay in it. There's no pay in it. It doesn't pay anything really, but he's doing a good job there, Phil. And Alex, to be fair, Alex is driving it along. Middlesbrough driving it along as well. It's all looking nice. James is driving it as well. The chat's going nice. I shouldn't be talking about the chat, should I? I should be clicking this button. Let us get through to the 1st of July. Hopefully I've done everything that I needed to do and I haven't made any mistakes. So we're getting forward now to okay, long place to return, scouting update. So we're getting 1 or 2 scout reports through now, which is quite nice. We'll have a little look in there in a second because I've got all of 4.3 million to spend. We will be looking for free transfers. I mean, I think the squad that I've got is okay, and I think it could do a decent job for us. I think if I can just add 1 or 2 to it, then so we've hit now the 30th of June. So we just need to go through all of these. The loan players are going back. So I don't know whether I need to start chasing this on a little bit. And so we've got some loan players returned here. Paul Lozano, 3.5-star potential, worth $1 million. He's centre mid. I mean, he's okay. He's 23 as well, so I don't know whether he's going to progress an awful lot more. He's quite quick. I'll have to have a look at those. So 1st of July is coming through now. We're in the 1st of July. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So I've gone to scouting and scouted players. And again, I know this might go against the grain, but I think that this is a button that can be clicked without using the in-game editor. And if it's there, I'm going to click it. So we've got quite a lot of players here now who, hang about, I've not clicked the button. Right, let's go to expired contracts. What have we got? We've only got 2 A- players. We've got a 21-year-old, but then he's got a transfer value to him, so I'm not quite sure about that one. Actually, there's not an awful lot, is there, if I'm honest? 22-year-old there, winger. Isa Fomba. So he's not going to cost us anything to bring him in, but his mentals are not great. Don't like the look of him. You get a gut feeling, don't you, sometimes about some players. Let's just scoot down this list. We're getting into players now who are... So we have done expired, haven't we? Yeah. I don't know whether I might need a new goalkeeper as well. I'm not sure yet. What's the... Same. Brew. This time I wouldn't get to sleep. James, what cheap players would you recommend in FM23? Cheap players? I mean, I've played an awful lot of FM23, and I have to say, don't know whether it's my age, but my memory's not that great. So, cheap players. I think Marcus Leonardo was quite cheap when I signed him, and he scored so many goals for me. I think I signed him. I don't know. It was about 6, 7 million, something like that, which was very, very cheap. He scored bags of goals for me, and then I ended up selling him for about I don't know, was it about 70 million, something like that. Made a lot of money on Marcus Leonardo. I mean, cheap players. I mean, I think what you need to do is I mean, again, so we're into areas here now where I know in Phil's stream people will come in and say, "Oh, you need to go and have a look at this player." Now Phil will say, and I kind of agree with him on this. I don't like going and searching for a player. Okay, we all know about the Liam Delaps of this world. We can go and scout him, I suppose, but even then, I'm not sure that's not in the spirit of the game. I like to let my scouts go out there, my director of football, and let them do the job. So, um, cheap players. I mean, I find most of my players by doing this and letting my director of football do his job. So I'm not sure I'm the world's authority on that. But I mean, if you need a striker, certainly Marcus Leonardo is a good one to have. Yeah, Alex, yeah, you like to find your own legends, not ones off the internet. I'm the same. I avoid all of the videos that say the top 20 Wonder Kids and, the next Wonder Kid you should say. I avoid all of those because I don't really want to know. I mean, we could all do that, couldn't we? We could all like go and search out all of these top Wonder Kids and bring them all in for like 3 or 4 million and have a team of Wonder Kids, but it's not really in the spirit of the game. It's kind of not as you would do it in real life. And I know maybe some of the things I'm doing are not exactly, to the spirit of the game, but at least I'm not searching out players and I don't know. I think it's cheating if I'm honest. But then we all have our own opinions, don't we? Um, hmm. I'm not actually finding anybody in here. There's a 31-year-old there who could play. I mean, he's not been scouted fully, but looking at his stats there, I mean, if his stats are at the higher end of these, then he is going to be a very good player. 31, Argentinian. Could he do a job for us for a couple of seasons on a free? Maybe. I don't know whether he's the kind of player I would normally sign. Let's take the expired contracts off and see what's in there. So it's looking like we are going to have to spend some money, but we don't have an awful lot. It's going to be very difficult this now. I mean, looking at all of these down here, we can't afford any of these. There's a Mazzala there, but we're not playing with a Mazzala. He's quite cheap. 8.2, 1.9. 1.9, what's this lad here? He's a winger. 1.9 million. He's a Spanish lad as well, which helps. He's quick. Mentals are not too bad. They're not amazing. They're not too bad. I don't know what we think about him. Because wingers wise, I think I've got Lazo well, actually, Malaves, he plays, I think he's called Malaves. Let's go back to the tactic. Yeah, I've got Lazo on this side here, who is a very good player. And then the other lad who's going to come in is it Melamed? Dear me, I can't read my own writing. So he's either footed. I don't know whether I might think about signing him actually. I'll put a bid in for him anyway, because it would give us an option on that side. What am I doing here? Scouted players. And they only want 1.9 million for him. Coming as a 2.5 with the potential to be 5, 2, 6 a week. Don't know what we think about him. Yeah, Phil, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I know I play the game differently to you, but I think we are on the same page on a few things, and unearthing your own gem is the best thing. I mean, strikers is one of my fortes, if you will. Like I say, I don't always get it right, but I have signed some really good. I signed a player called Charlie Brown in the lower leagues, and I didn't knew nothing about him. Scouting report was great. Came in, scored a bag full of goals for me. Absolutely brilliant. Leonardo again. I know he's not been great for you, Phil, but he has been absolutely brilliant for me. And but it's turning these players up who director of football, you're scouting, and I think I get more satisfaction out of doing that than just somebody coming in the chat and saying, "Go and have a look at Phil Rogers. He's an absolutely brilliant Mazzala." Well, okay, yeah, maybe he plays okay for you. Maybe you've heard that he's a good player, but it's not really in the spirit of the game for me. So it's not really the way I play. James, thanks for all the advice on this. Well, I'm sure the chat are helping you out. You've got some really good people in there, and I wouldn't say I'm the greatest, authority on the game. So, but I'm glad you're finding some useful hints and tips, James, and that is good to see. Yeah, Jay Neal. Yeah, I mean, I've watched Jay Neal, and he's been a great player for you. You found him in the reserves, went totally unnoticed. Yeah, he's like a son, an adopted son. Yeah, it's funny how things like that happen, and you do sometimes like. I mean, I've not done it tonight. I've not looked in my B team or my under 18s. I have looked in there, but I've not shown it on screen. But you never know what you might find in there, and it's definitely worth having a look down there. Just there might be some like genuine talent down there. Welcome, Andrew. Um, yeah, that's fine. Catching up. Well, the chat is doing a really good job of keeping itself entertained tonight. So if you're new to the channel, I'll just catch you up very, very quickly. Basically, what I'm doing here is we all do the normal, well, us content creators, we all do the normal YouTube video, play 2 games, commentate, do a bit of transfers, blah, 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 blah. At the end, we say, right, we're going to go off camera now, do 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and we'll come back and see you later. What I'm doing is still doing the YouTube video, but at the end of it, I'm going to say, right, so if you want to see what I'm doing, go and watch the live stream. Obviously, you don't have to watch, both of them. But basically, you can now see what I'm doing, and this could come back to bite me badly, but you can see absolutely everything that I'm doing. So the live stream will be all the games that you don't normally get to see. And there's about 250 videos on my channel, so feel free to go back and have a look. I did do a precursor to this a few days ago, and it explains exactly what I'm doing. I didn't play any games in it. I didn't advance the game or anything. Anyway, I'm waffling again. So I'm just wondering about this lad. I mean, his mentals are not great, but as a backup player on that side, and he is either footed and he can play on either side, I think for 1.9 million, I might put a bid in for this lad. I think. I don't know whether there'll be much of a history because of the database I'm using. I mean, it says there he played for Levante last season, 25 appearances, no goals, but I don't really trust that because this database, as good as it is, it doesn't give you a complete history of players. I'm just not sure. I don't think he's the kind of player that I would normally sign, but then I am aware that finance-wise, 4.3 million. I've not got a lot to spend, and there's not a lot going round in the free transfers. I tell you what, let's have a look in. Let's ask the director of football. Let's go for DMs and let's do free transfers. See what he comes up with. Nothing. Oh, that worked well, didn't it? Okay, let's do end of contract then. DMs. Nothing. Brilliant. Great. So this director of football then could turn out to a bit of a waste of time. He's coming up with one right winger. Marvin Park. He's not the lad I've just been looking at, is he? 22-year-old Nigerian. I mean, he's fairly versatile. He's quick. His mentals are absolutely useless. No, I'm not touching him with a barge pole. Let's just have a look on the other wing. Free transfers? No. Don't think he's going to come up with anything, actually. Let's have a look at goalkeepers. I think I might need a goalkeeper. But then they all want big money that I've not got. I mean, that would virtually, we've not even scouted him properly. Let's just clear that off. Let's go back in for, because it's this position really, it's the DM position, the Register and the Segundo Volante. I need backup for that. So let's go in for transfers there. 3.3, 2.8, 3.1. So they're not humongous, are they? And this is where I need to speed up now, because normally I would spend hours and hours doing this, and I know I haven't got hours and hours. Right, Andrew, yeah, Liverpool fan, okay. Northampton. Right, okay. Sounds like a good idea. Well, I hope it is, Andrew. And the spoiler is, shh, I nicked it from somebody else. But all the best ideas have been nicked from somebody else, haven't they? I mean, hopefully it'll work. And, you know, I mean, obviously I will, in the YouTube video and in the live stream, I will be giving you a catch up on what I've done in the other one. So you don't need to watch them both if you don't want to do. So I will be doing a catch up in there. But I think it's quite a decent premise. And the only problem is that this live stream tonight probably is not the most ideal one for what I'm trying to fit in, because I mean, how long have we been going now? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I've been going an hour and a half now, and we've only just got to the 1st of July. So unless I bob this game on massively, I would have liked to got a game in tonight. I don't know whether that's going to happen now, because I think we are dawdling a little bit. I've done a lot of waffling. They don't call me Gobby for nothing. So hopefully, what was your name, Andrew? Yep, hopefully, Andrew, it will work. And let's have another quick slurp. Yeah, I'm not sure about the... let's see. I mean, given the fact that there's no free transfers available that are any good, I think that... I think we might let the director of football do his job. I mean, one thing that Phil said it a few weeks ago about a transfer window, and it's really true, and I kind of used that a little bit myself, because I think one of the what's the word for it? One of the well, it's like human nature, isn't it? That as soon as the transfer window opens, you jump in there. You want to be signing all the players. Don't do it, because the more your scouts go out there, particularly if you've got newer scouts like I have. I mean, I've just hired 2 new scouts. Let them do the job. And you could see as the transfer window goes on, the more players become available. And I think probably once we've got some more scouting done, go back to the director of football, he might start coming through with a few more players. So let's bob it forward. And maybe another week or two, because I'm not desperate to sign players. If we go back to the transfer windows opening, this is going to take a little bit. Oh, there we go. If we go back to the tactic, so I don't know whether this central defensive, central midfield thing is going to work. I have no idea. HUD Gaming swore by it, but then again, I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's just try something. But I didn't want to go with a defensive tactic. One of the tactics, or 2 of the tactics that were recommended for this team were 5 at the back. And I thought, what, 5 at the back? Spanish? No, that's not the way the Spanish play. So I've gone with this, but we have to be a bit careful, because we've not got an awful lot of cover for those 2 defensive midfield players. We have them in Exposito, I think, is the other player who can play back there. He is a 3-star as a Segundo Volante, and he's reasonable at doing that. But we could do with at least another couple of players in there. Central defence as well. Although we've got Sergio Gomez, 31-year-old Spanish lad. He is 16 for determination. Well, we like the determination. 16 for position. I mean, he looks a very good player. 6 foot tall, 31, plenty of experience, and he's reasonably quick. 15 for pace. And the other lad we've got is Calero. Calero, 3-star, 27-year-old Spanish again, 6 foot tall, ball playing defender. The only tweak I'd made to this tactic was that he had 2 ball playing defenders, and I kind of find it a little bit risky playing 2 ball playing defenders. I don't know what chat thinks about that, but I mean, you know, comment about that, whether you've played with ball playing defenders, 2 of them. I think it's a bit risky because the ball playing defenders by default will take more risks, and so I've got one of them just playing as a central defender on defend. The other lad can do his thing a bit, and then hopefully people will mop up round him. Is anybody saying anything about this? What's going on here? Don't hire Phil Scouts. None of them have passports. Oh yeah, right, yeah. I've never seen that in Football Manager before, where you're not allowed to scout certain areas. That's a bit bizarre. So I think some of your saves, Phil, just seem to go a bit pear-shaped sometimes. I don't know whether it does to you what it does to me a lot. Way up. Is this getting a little bit... are we getting a bit tribal here now? Alex is saying, remember when Northampton knocked Liverpool out of the Cup? And he's laughing about it as well. 10 years ago now. Yeah. Mind you, it can happen to the best of teams, that can't it? Cup games, one-off cup games, they can go anywhere, can't they, really? Anyway, let's carry on with this. I do indeed. Never heard the end of it back in Northampton. Right. So, well, we all seem to be. I mean, you know, I think I'm maybe going to leave it to the chat tonight. We've been going now for. It's 9:10 now. We've been going an hour and 40 minutes. I'm going to leave it to the chat to say, well, you know what? I think you've done enough now. You've done enough waffling. Let's leave it until like the next live stream. Because if this is too long, I might do a second part of this. I won't do this in a YouTube video. I'll come back and do this fully and then play a game or two of the season. So just let me know if you think we're going on too long and it's getting a bit tedious. Because like I say, I can spend hours and hours doing this and it doesn't bore me at all. But anyway, let's crack on. We're still only at the 1st of July. Right, what's this? Performance analyst. So it's under 19s, that's fine. We'll ask him to recommend some sign-ins. Give my voice a little bit of a rest as well. Chat seems to be... Are you saying that to me, Phil? Play the first friendly. James. Good night, James. Yeah, you've got to go. That's fine. Yeah, I hope I've not bored you to tears. But yeah, have a good night, James. Yeah, I'm probably missing a few people who have said I'm fed up now. I'm off. But yes, Gobby. Yeah. Oh, play the first friendly. You want to see me play a friendly? Well, that'll be a first because I haven't done that for about 2.5 years. Right, hold on. What's going on here now? Monthly staff meeting. Right. I don't know whether anybody attends these. I did do when it first came out, but absolute... Oh, I've got them on... no, that's the wrong thing. That's staff meetings. I was thinking it was a a transfer. Right, right, James. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we're doing all right, aren't we? I've got to get my head round the all these bits and pieces in the studio. We'll sort that out. I'll get my head round it eventually. I'm old. Takes things a while to settle in. Right, let's just bob through here. I know this is not it's not riveting stuff. This is it really. Okay, final third. Currently slight weakness, so we'll do these. We're not doing the set piece takers yet because we don't know what players we're going to have suited to free kicks. No, we're not doing any of that. What's this now? Calero. So we've had a 950,000 offer when he's valued at 2.2 million. 27-year-old. Right, is he in my? He's in my team, isn't he? Calero. Is he in my team? Cabrera. Calero, he's one of the ones I've just shown. He's a backup centre back. I actually quite like him as well. You know what? I'm going to knock that back. If they want him, they can pay 2.2 million. He might come whinging, but I'll just say, what's going on here now? No, they transfer 1.2. Right, we'll reject that. If they want him, they can pay more money for him. If he wants to have a whinge, then he can come and talk to me about it. Right, I never do any of these because I always make my own mind up on all of these things. When the game is recommending something to you, you know, a typical one is like, such a player, he shouldn't be an important player anymore. He should be just a regular starter. Never do any of them. They're a trap. They basically just, a lot of these things are a trap. They lead you in, and then the next thing you know, that player's whinging. And it's like, what happened there then? You led me down a... Yeah, I don't do any of those. I very rarely listen to any of that stuff. I just scoot over it. Don't know what anybody else is saying. Yeah, I mean that's true, Andrew. Yeah, we all play the exact same game, so we're all just pleased to be watching others and sharing each other's knowledge. I mean, it is. I mean, I said that about an hour ago when I started one of my waffles. You know, I think no matter what experience you've got in the game, it's always good to watch other people because I know I'm only 3 years into the game, but I've learnt so much just from watching Phil and other players. I mean, Lelujo's a bit of a nightmare because he doesn't seem to have to work hard at all to win games. He's a bit of a nightmare, and but I do watch him. I watch all his stuff. I find him quite entertaining. But you do pick up things, and there's always something extra to learn. So I mean, I don't know whether anybody will learn anything from my live streams, but hopefully somebody will take something away. You never know, do you really? What's this? Tony, he's the one who was going at Rio. Go on, we'll send him on a intensive 31-week intensive Spanish course. Right, okay. Let's just carry on. This is going to be a little bit talk amongst yourselves in the chat. I know you've been doing a good job of it, but talk amongst yourselves. There's not a lot to see here. Yeah, you're right, Phil. Nobody will ever know everything about the game. I mean, I think you probably do get to a point where, well, I don't know really, because you've been playing it a long time, Phil, and even you tearing your hair out sometimes with some of the things that happen in the match engine and some of the buffoonery that goes on with player conversations. And I mean, this game does need, I mean, we all know that, don't we? It does need a real... My worry is we're going to get to FM23 and it's meant to be this all the new shiny product and we're using a new game engine and everything it's going to look shinier. That's all. They'll have left all the buffoonery in it. I think Sports Interactive, I'm a big gamer. I mean, I played World of Warcraft for years and years and I have a PS5. So I'm a big gamer. I'm used to playing games. But I think Sports Interactive need to decide whether this is a computer game or whether it's a simulation game. And at the moment, I don't think they should have done by now, but I don't think that they've made their mind up. And of course, the big difference is, like I say, I'm a big gamer, so I know that if I go into a third-person shooter or something like that, and I've got like Horizon, for instance, Horizon Zero Dawn, you're playing as a girl with a bow and arrow, and you're fighting humongous, monstrous metallic dinosaurs and things, and you're thinking, there's no way I can do this, but you die. And then you work out a tactic. You come back, you play it again, you die again. You might die 10 times until you work the tactic out. The problem with this game is you can't do that because that's cheating. So if you don't work out the tactic for a game or a team or whatever the first time, then, So I think Sports Interactive need to work out whether they want it to be a silly computer game, which a lot of the time it is, and I'm getting on a rant now, which I did promise myself I wouldn't do. But they need to decide whether they want it to be a silly computer game or a serious simulation game. And I know which one I want. Right, let's stop. The soapbox is finished. There you go. There's a thread for you in the chat. There's a thread for you to simulation, surely, yeah. Definitely learning, Captain. I've learned not to rush into things. Never rush into anything, Alex. There's words of wisdom from Captain Gobster. I'm going to have to start using that one, I think. Captain Gobster. I think that's going to go into my next YouTube video. I'm going to say somebody in fact, I might even name you. I might even just I might name drop Alex in my live stream. Call me Captain Gobster, and I think I'm warming to it. I'm warming to it. Let's put it that way. Oh, look at this. This is nice. Espanyol to read 11.6 million. What's this? Oh, so we did a parachute payment in Spain. Well, that's very nice. 11.63 million. Okay. What's that done to the finances? Has it arrived? Yes, it has. Of course, we're not going to get any more money, are we, for it? We've got 21 million in the bank now, so that's... that helps us out a little bit, because I did show in the YouTube video that in the debts and loans we actually took a 34.5 million loan out. There's 21 million remaining, and we're paying that off at 325,000 per month. So we do need a little bit of a buffer in the bank. Right, back to the inbox. Yeah, there's definitely an art to this, Phil, isn't there? When you're doing things like this, you've definitely got to be on your toes, thinking about things that you can talk about and keep the chat interested while you're actually. Oh, we're getting some more money here. People are chucking money at us left, right, and centre. Another 8 million now for TV rights. Marvellous stuff. Love it when people chuck money at me. It's amazing. I think we might jump to maybe have the let's have a quick look. Schedule. It has. So we've got one friendly arranged against Atletico Bilbao. That's getting scrapped. I can tell you that for a start off. And so it's been announced. Right. So this is important stuff. Let's have a look what the media prediction is going to be. We're in this one here, aren't we? Let's have a look. Ooh, we're not favourites. 5-4 to finish second. So the three relegated teams from last season, Celta Vigo, Espanyol and Elche are all favourites to go back up. But Celta Vigo are 8-13 favourites. Do we have anybody in the... so all these blue dots are us, are they? Yes, they are. Espanyol. Keeper? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 players in the Media Dream 11. Well, that's not bad, is it? That's not bad. I'm still learning, Gobby. It takes time. I think we'd all take second. Well, I suppose, yeah, I would as well. I mean, does that... I'm not sure how what are the rules? Let's have a look at the rules. Right. First and second promoted to the first division, and then we don't want playoffs. I'm no good at playoffs, I'll tell you that for a start off. So we need to get first or second, don't we? The board don't want they don't want us to go up as champions. So if a second place would do us, so that's okay. But yeah, that's looking okay. That maybe I can still sign that superstar striker. Who's this geezer? He's at Elche. Let's have a look at him. How old is he? Oh, 32. Yeah, don't want a 32-year-old. I was thinking of nicking in and whipping the striker from them, but anyway. Right, okay, so what's all... Right, we don't need to bother about that. Fixtures there. Okay. Wage drops. Ah, right, that's interesting. So, in other words then, if we're looking here now, committed spending now is only 280,000. So does that mean then, I'm not quite sure about this. Where was that? Inbox, wasn't it? Wage drops. So does that mean that Suarez now, who I've just given a new contract to, does that mean that, where is he? Can't see him. Suarez. Probably better looking in here, aren't I, really? No, he's still on the 36 grand a week, so maybe giving him a new contract kind of negates that. But that saved us a bit of money. That's what should happen. You get, you don't play well enough, you get relegated, your wages get dropped. Of course, when it comes to players like Suarez, he wanted to nearly double his wages. Piece of cake, Gobby. Champions. Well, I like your, yeah, I like your optimism there, Phil. But you and me have played Football Manager before, and as we all know, it never really works out like that. They always try to throw the biggest spanner they can find in the works. Have I lost anybody yet? Has anybody got bored and said, oh, this is like watching paint dry? I think we're going all right, aren't we? I can't actually say. I need to sort this out. I'm not quite sure. In Captain we trust. Captain Gobster. Yeah. The more I say it, the more it rolls off the tongue. Captain Gobster. Yeah. I'll have to try and come up with some scenario for that to work that in. Something to Demarter. Right, okay, Demarter. He's the one who. Oh no, he's not. He's a centre forward, 25-year-old centre forward, who's very quick. Demarter. What's going on here? Demarter. Am I? Is there? Oh, I think he was out on loan last season. Right. Very, very good mentals. 16 for penalty taking. Very quick. Right, he wants to that's not good, is it? Right, I want to keep hold of him. Right, we're gonna do. I understand. Well, I understand what you. Now, can I actually go back into him now and offer him a contract? When's his contract running out? It's got 12 months on it. Let's just very keen on signing him. Oh, he's currently exploring his options. All right, we'll keep that one in mind. I might make a note of that. I'm making a note, chat. So if I've gone out of focus or view or whatever, I've lost my pen. What's his name? Demarter. Right, I need to go back to him again and offer him a new contract. I think he may be. I'm not quite sure why he was out on loan. So let's stick him up at centre forward before I forget, because he looks like a real threat up front. Oh, we've lost one of our wing backs as well, haven't we? We'll stick Gill in there for now. Okay, and Phil wants me to play the first friendly. Do you want me to play it in 2D as well, Phil? Any more any more requests? Okay, let's just carry on with this. I mean, you might be right. You know, you might be right. What's this here now? Performance analyst. So it's under 19s again. Recommend the sign-ins. Okie dokie. Who's this geezer here? Lozano. Don't think we need to be worried about him. Yup. Right. Tell him okay. Usually change their mind when the team is successful. The problem is he's only got 12 months left on his contract. I might... you're making a song up there, Alex, are you? So it's a shame we've not got... I was going to say Smelly Vision then. I don't know why I think it's Smelly Vision. It's a shame we've not got... we can't put you on the mic and you could sing it to us. What were we singing that to the tune of then? Do, Captain Gobster. What we singing that to? Get a friendly with Oxford. I might actually do that. That's not a bad shout. I think can we stick some friendlies in? Want to look at those two DMs. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see your point. I mean, I must admit, I suppose it would. Yeah, okay. I'll play a friendly or two, and you can tell me where I'm going wrong because it may well be that they it's not a good. But HUD Gaming said it was a perfect. So who am I to question? Right, hang about. So we're going into schedule. We're going to arrange a friendly here because it was Alex, wasn't it? Was it Alex? Yeah. We're going to arrange a friendly against. Can we arrange a friendly against Oxford? Right, 17th of July. We don't want them that early, do we? Bilbao. When's the season start? Let's have a look. Season starts. I've done this now. I'll not be able to get out of it now. A bit of a nightmare with this. Is it under calendar? No. Where do we go? I'm not sure where we go. Let's have one on the... Let's have 5th of August. I don't know whether I can actually... Can I stipulate? Choose other. I've never done this before. Clubs. Nations. Competitions. Has anybody ever done this before and tried to get... What division are leagues? England. Premier League. Well, you can't do it like that. Filter. I've never done this before. I don't know whether I can do this, Alex. Just search them and click arrange friendly. What? Search up in the top here. Is that how you spell Oxford? Yeah, Oxford. Right. And then where do I go then? What do I do then? Players, tactics, schedule, team reports, transfers. Right, you're going to have to help me out here, Alex. I don't know how to do this. Search them and click arrange friendly. Yeah, Andrew, but I'm actually okay for Dosh. I've got 20 odd million in the bank, so I'm not too bad. I mean, yeah, I'm on board with that. If you're if you're a lower level club, but we're Espanyol, we're going to do good things this season. Right, I'm waiting for Alex here because I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to arrange a friendly against them. Propose a friendly. It's there. It's all right, Alex. I've found it. Propose a friendly. We're going to do this on the... we'll do it on the 9th of August. Oxford. 2.5-star reputation. Okay. And while we're at it, that Athletic Bilbao one, we're going to cancel that one. I don't want to be playing Athletic Bilbao and getting absolutely smashed. Right, so what is our... what are we? We're a 3-star, so we should be able to do that, shouldn't we? I'll go and do a few more very shortly. I'll go and stick some lower ranking clubs in, and because Phil is desperate to see this defensive midfielder situation working. Sorry, Alex. Espanyol, they've... oh, no, hold on a minute. Yeah, no, they've rejected the friendly proposal. So we can't have a friendly against them. They're simply too busy. Oxford, they're simply too busy, Alex. So put that one in your pipe and smoke it. But we have cancelled the Athletic Bilbao one. I'll go and set some up in a minute and we'll get sorted. Right, so we're into training now. Training is another area where I'm here to learn. I'm guessing that this here is doing all this, physical outfield early season is very good. So we'll just leave that as it is, I think. The director of football's been a bit quiet, hasn't he? He's done absolutely nothing. I might have to go in and check that, make sure I click the right staff, responsibilities, transfers and contract. Yeah, he is meant to be doing the initiating player signings. He's not doing very much, is he? Right. What's this? Call it the Gobster Cup. Ali, it's the Captain Gobster Cook, if you don't mind. Captain Gobster Cook. Let's have it right. We have to get our... Hey, up. What's going on here? We've got a load of friendlies all of a sudden. What's going on? Whoa! Right, FC Bordeaux. What are they? They're a 2-star. That's okay. Augsburg are a 3.5 star. Don't know whether I'm very keen on that. Freiburg, 3.5 star. Eintracht Frankfurt, a 4-star. I mean, this is all very well, but my philosophy is if you get smashed by these teams, what does it do for dynamics? We haven't had a look at, let's have a look at dynamics. Oops, a daisy. That's worse than it was. Team cohesion is poor. Oh dear, that's not good. Club atmosphere is poor. There are no players at the club who are considered to be very happy. I mean, I wouldn't expect the managerial support to be good. What? Sorry, they must have better things to do. Okay. They've obviously not heard of Captain Gobster. I mean, it doesn't get more important than me, does it really? We need to sort this out. And this is the way that we do it, is by getting rid of these friendlies. Right, let's bring some better friendlies in. Cancel that one. Yeah. Cancel that one. You're all saying, now what's he doing? I never do this. Cancel that one. Right, let's go in and arrange some friendlies then. So we'll have one here. Very small reputation team. We'll go for that one. Yep. And then we'll have another one on Sunday. And we're going to go with another very small reputation team. Holy Cross Crusaders, why not? We need to get them dynamics up. We need to start getting these players playing and winning a few games. When's the 20th of the 8th is the first game. 20th of the 8th. Right, so I've got one on the 22nd there, which is actually coming up. So Phil, you're going to get a chance to have a look. I'll have to go in and change the doodah. Okay, so I'll have one on the Thursday, I think. I'll just stick a few in for now. And very small reputation teams. Fernwood United. What are we saying about this? I haven't dared look at the chat because you... All right, okay. Well, Phil's giving it the thumbs up, so yeah. Morale booster there. Phil's giving it the thumbs up. Right, so we need to go into staff responsibility, match, and we need to take control of that. Confirm. And at Phil's request on the... when's that coming up now? So we are going to actually get to watch... it's 9:30 now, so we're not going to get into the season. I think what we'll do is we'll watch this friendly match. Phil will say, your two defensive midfielders are never going to work like that, so you need to change it now. And then we'll all go to bed happy, won't we? Right, okay. What am I doing here now? I've done confirm. Oh, I was looking at the schedule. Yeah, I'm a typical bloke. I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. It's not good, is it, when you're live streaming? Um, right, we've got a friendly on the 22nd, which is coming up. Let's have a look. In Phil we trust. Yeah, okay, let's have a look. So, yeah, we've cancelled all these, and they've all said yes. So, unlike Oxford, these three have said yes, we'd love to come to your stadium. Captain Gobster, and we'd love to come and get absolutely battered, which is great. Oxford, too busy. My word, what's the world coming to? Okay, so in here now, I'm going to do, we're not going to do a match practice there. So we're going to do, it's a while since I've done it. We're going to do rest in there. We're going to put a team bonding in there. And actually, we're going to take them out. And we're going to do a recovery. We're going to do a rest and match practice. Right, we're going to stick a match tactics in there. And we're going to stick a match practice in as well. Can we do that? And here, we're going to whack community outreach in there. Okay. Phil will be tearing his hair out now, saying, "You can't do that. That ain't going to work." We trust Phil, even with his new haircut of wisdom. I think that's what's done it, actually. Yeah, he looked very wise last night. Right, let's go back in here now. So we need to do physical. We need to do a rest in there. We need to do a rest in there. We need to do a recovery in there. And then we need to do a rest in there. There's a team bonding in there. That's brilliant. And match practice, we don't want to be doing that. We're going to do a rest in there. We're going to do a rest in there. And we're going to do another. Oh, we can't do another there. Right, okay, fine. 2 rests in there. Recovery. I think I've already done that one, haven't I? Blah. Yep. Okay, I'm happy with that. This is where it all goes pear-shaped now. Now I start tinkering with the tactics and the training. This is where it all goes pear-shaped. Code of conduct. Yeah, we're okay with that. I always just click that. Pre-season team meeting. Okay, this is where it can all go. Have we all done this before? Click the wrong button. Oh my word. The haircut crashed the save. So what happened, Phil? So you played all them games again? I'm guessing. Well, you'll have to, won't you? I mean, that was honestly unreal, isn't it? The heck. Okay, so I think we can afford to set our goals not high. Are you going to ready to chance for automatic promotion? That is the one. Please. That's exactly the sort of reaction. And Spanish. Which one do we say there? I didn't say anything about. There was nothing in the vision, was there, about? Do we think we should be aiming? Oh, right. I think I've got away with that one. Only just though. And the code of conduct. They're all encouraged. Fine. We click the right buttons. Sigh of relief. Everything's right with the world. Now we need to get these. We need to get these team bondings working. We need to keep an eye on this dynamics. Oh, right. Okay, then. So how does that work, then? We've done nothing. We've played nothing. I've put some team. Now, all of a sudden, club atmosphere is very good. We now have 18 players who are... This game's bonkers. Right. Okay, fine. But you know what I've not done? We need to save it. Yes, you've replayed them. Good. Okay. So back next, what day are we today? Friday. Back next Tuesday then with Team meeting magic. Yeah, I know. Well, I got that one right. Sometimes you don't. You have to remember, don't you? And I mean, I don't. There's not that many people in, but any new players who are watching this as a, as a VOD later on, that that's the thing. You have to. There's so many things in the game where you have to remember what's been said, or you have to remember what the vision was, or this or that or the other. Because if you say the wrong thing, it can just the whole thing can be like a pack of cards, and it can all come tumbling down. So, but we've got work to do on team cohesion, but that should be sorted out by the bonding, managerial support. Well, hopefully Captain Gobster will get us promoted, and managerial support, everybody will be jumping up and down at the end of the season, and Captain Gobster will be the hero of the day. Right, come on, stop waffling. Let's get through to this game that Phil wants to see us play. We're getting through to it. Let me just make sure again that I've not match. Right, yeah. So I'm doing right. That's fine. Right, stand by your beds, Phil. We're going to watch a game with a Register and a Segundo Volante. I think I'm saying them right. Right, hang on. What's going on here? Oh, this is the director of football, is it? Right, director of football's doing his thing here. A right wing back. Don't need one, mate. Everything's fine with the right wing back. So we can just walk away from that one. I'm kind of wondering, I'm beginning to wonder whether I should have binned the director of football off and signed the one who... I'm very tempted to do it. You know what? I might even... Because he looked absolutely brilliant, this director of football. I bet he won't come. I bet he wants humongous money. Because it's $1 million to get rid, but we've got 21 million in the bank now. It's only a game. Or a simulation, depending on how Sports Interactive look at it. Recruitment team, director of football. Okay. Oh, it looks like he's gone. Hang about. It's mental attributes, isn't it? Right. Yeah, the one I wanted is gone. We've got this geezer here. 18 and 19. He's got great determination. Negotiating at 17. Now he looks good. Right, what kind of contract does he want? He wants less than the one that we've got, and he's like... That's a bit of a no-brainer. Can we knock him down a bit? Just... Can we go 6? 6.7? 6.5? Save me a little bit of money. Look after the... is it look after the pennies and the pounds, or look at something like that? It's an old saying. I'm an old man. Right, okay, let's crack on to this game that Phil wants to watch. There's only one Captain Costa. Sign him, yeah. It's an interesting combination. Well, I agree with you. In all the time I've been playing this game, I've never played that. I mean, we might change it. We probably will change it. You'll be able to tell me, oh, hang about, what's going on here? We've got 4 transfers on the go here. Offers made 4. Right, what's going on here? Oh, he's, what is he? Oh, he's one of the young players. Well, actually, he's not that young. No, it's okay, that's fine. He can go. Yeah. You can all run with that one. You watch now, this will be an ongoing saga now. We'll get a humongous amount of offers in for him for nothing. Right, are you ready, Phil? Are you ready for this? What's going on here now? Oh, here we go. We've got a game coming up, have we? The buffoonery has started. So, Melamend. He's my... Is he? No, he's not, actually. No, he's not. I don't think I've got him in the team, Melamend. No. You slipped up there, haven't you? You thought you were going to do me one there, and actually it's turned out all right. Right, okay. So before we go into this, are we all fixated here on ready? Yeah, Phil. So this is what we've got going on. So we've got a sweeper keeper, and we've got take furious, tackle harder. The 2 wing backs are on support, And they've got cross more often, cross from the byline and stay wider. So we've got some width there. The ball playing defender is on tackle harder. There's a lot of tackle harders. I don't normally do that. I'm following Hood Gaming here. This might all, before we kick a ball, in the season, this might all get changed. It might all go pear-shaped because I don't really like tackle harder, but that's the recommendation. Central defender on defend, tackle harder. Segundo volante, shoot less often, move into channels, tackle harder. And the register is tackle harder. Surprise, surprise. Inverted winger, sit narrower so that the wing back can get up there. See, look, tactics. You know, Captain Gobster and tactics. Sit narrower, get the wing back round. Sit narrower, tackle harder. The inside forward, sit narrower, tackle harder. Shadow striker, more direct passes. Crosses are aimed at the centre. Well, that's what he said. And tackle harder. And he said that basically we have an instruction on to shoot less often because that hones him into the position that he's in. Shoot less often. So it's take more risks, dribble more, shoot less often, tackle harder. So, even the goalkeeper's tackling harder. I mean, I don't know. I'm beginning to second guess myself here. Right, wing backs going forward, DMs going forward. Will be interesting. I know. Shall I change it now, Phil? Before this goes completely pear-shaped. Who are we playing? What's the star rating? FC Borjo. They're a 2-star club. We are gonna close the stream after this game as well because I'll have to do a second stream next week, and we'll finish off the pre-season friendlies. I haven't done any transfers yet. Staffing's looking all right now, but let's see how we go. Right, he's supposed to pass more often. That will work. No keeper. It might be good. Well, I've heard that one before. Right, what's this? Oh, look, see now. But we can do it if we get rid of him. Oh, my word. Right, either Gobby Gaffer Maths is miles out or Domingo Catuara has accepted a lower 330,000. That's worth it to get that director of football in. So we'll confirm that. That's a piece of business. That is as good as any of the coaching staff or any signings that we make. Well, I think it is anyway. That's when will the next stream be? Well, as I said at the beginning, there were 3 things that there were criteria for this. One of them I failed already because I wanted to get a live game in, so I failed that one. The first one was whether I was enjoying it or not, and I think I have. It's been quite good. I've quite enjoyed it. My throat would say different. And the second one was whether I could, whether, the chat and everything was, and the chat's ticked over quite nicely tonight, and I'm quite happy with that. So I'm not sure really. I mean, what we have Friday now. I might do Monday. I might do another one Monday evening, I think. Maybe again at 7:30. I'll put something in the community doodah post, whatever it is. I'll put something in there. But yeah, I think I will do another one now. It'll be a part 2, which I didn't intend to do, but I'm going to have to do because I've waffled way too much. And we do need to finish this off and get a game or 2 in. We need to get some signings. I think Monday, Alex. I think maybe Monday. Yeah. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Definitely. Right, what's happening here now? Oh, of course, you see. What is he? What's his nationality? He's German. We've got to send him on an intensive language course. But never mind. We're going to ask him to recommend signings. Hopefully, he'll come through with something better than a 2-star right wing back. You do, like I say though, I do like a director of football. I didn't when I first started, I wouldn't have touched a director of football with a barge pole, but I like it now. But you do have to keep ask Phil will tell you, you have to keep your eye on them because if you're not careful, they'll sneak a signing in under the, and the next thing you know, you sign some bozo that's only 1.5 star, and so you do have to keep. But I do like them because they might come through with 5, 6 rubbish ones, and then all of a sudden you'll think, whoa, particularly near the end of the transfer window, it happens. It'll come through with a 3.5 star potential. Be fat, you're thinking, where's he come from? He's not come up on my scouting reports, but it's my director of football. He's brilliant. I use one all the time. But yeah, ask Phil. I think I don't know whether he's having second thoughts about being a director of football, but you do have to keep your wits about you. And when you're looking at the chat and answering questions and trying to do all of this, I can see where he's coming from. It does get a little bit intense. We're coming up to that game, Phil. We will get there eventually. Oh, and of course, Braithwaite is injured. Why wouldn't he be? Oh, my word. Oh, and Suarez is injured Oh, and Gill's injured as well. Okay, let's just... right, this game is... this is not going to plan. Yeah, adjust the budgets and wrecks your plans. I know, Phil. You do have to keep your eye on him because you go in the finances, you think, hold on, that looks totally different than when I was last in here, only yesterday. And it's director of football. He decides a player who wants, juggles the budgets, and then. But at the moment, we're looking all right. We've actually got a bit more transfer budget there. We've got 5.1 now. We haven't sold anybody. Not quite sure where that's come from. We've got tons of wage budget, though, and we've signed Suarez, who is now injured, by the way. We've signed Suarez on a 3-year contract, so but he's not available for this game. And the undersoil heating has been installed. I bet we're all really happy about that. So what are we in? The 22nd of July, we'll all be sweating. Well, it's a family channel. Keep it clean. Right, fixtures. Let's get into this one. Team selection. Okay, so we've got 3 injured players. Absolutely amazing. And we need to get a bench. What's going on here? No bench. Right, so I had a little bit of so I had Sanchez down as the replacement wing back. Left side, we've got that Milan. No, he's not Milan. What's he called? Where's he gone? What's he called? He's called... I've lost him. Oh, he's the injured one. Oh, I see. Right, fine. So I've only got 2 left wingers and you've injured them both. Welcome to Phil's world. That happens to Phil as well. All right, who can we play over that side then? Have we got anybody else who can play over there? Suarez can play over there. That'd be great. Suarez is injured as well. Lazo can play over there. Puado. Right, let's bang Puado out there. It's only a pre-season friendly. And who can we stick as attacking mid? Vihuena. We'll whack him in there. Shadow striker. Job's a good one. I mean, that looks okay to me. We're going to have to take these out, aren't we? Because they're all injured. And we'll get the dreaded message. Yeah, you can't play him. What are you putting him in there for? Right, okay, so we're... let's save the game. I'm having kittens about this saving the game now, after what happened to Phil last night. Right, are we ready, Phil? Are we ready? What's that one? I'm sure the heating will work a treat in 35-degree heat. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, the players will be playing in flip-flops, won't they? Can you imagine the undersoil heating on and they've got thick socks on and boots? Where's my flip-flops? Yeah, well, keep it calm. Let's not throw our toys out of the pram so early. That bugs me, that. When it injures 3 or 4 of your players and it comes up and tells you, yeah, but you've only got 7 players on the bench. Well, stop injuring my players then. Right, we'll go to the dressing room. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what friendlies are. Yeah, let's just go on and then give me a selection headache. Let's have a quick word with the defenders. Yeah, we're just going to say it's all about. Yeah, give me a reason to pick you. Match preview. I don't know what this is set up as. Right, what are we set up here? We're on extended highlight. Do you want it on it? I know you like your extended highlight, Phil. And you like it quite slow as well, don't you? So let's have a do with this. So, we're playing in the blue and white stripes. And that was a belting tackle by Dada, straight off the bat. So the tough tackling is definitely working. Lazo, free kick, bends it in, very nearly in the back of the net. Lazo again, ball into Barre, Ruben. Oh, we've got this fancy thing going on where they call the first names. I don't know whether we get... What's Phil saying? Oh, but you want to see the 2D? Right, hang about. Let me have a look. I never ever play in 2D. 2D. Have we scored? Oh, I thought we'd scored then. 2D Classic. How about that? Right. Happy, Phil? Everything right with the world? Yeah, I mean, I get what I get what you're saying. You want to see the positionings and how these players are playing. At the moment, they're both playing in the same position. They're very right, aren't they? Right, Dimarta, Dada is going to pass it to Barre. And this is coming out to Pedrosa. So we've got everybody in their half now. If the ball gets chucked over the top, we're in trouble. I don't think we will be. I mean, against better teams, we would be. What's my keeper doing? Where was my keeper then? Okay, let's. We're going to give him a shout. We're going to give him a bit of an encouraging shout, and I think we might go attacking already. What you saying, Phil? See the shape, yeah. Where's the ball? Oh, Ruben's got it. Ruben. I'm going to have to learn all these names. I think that's his Christian name. It's very fancy, isn't it? Right, where's me two? Oh, they're there. They're playing very right, aren't they? They're very concentrated over this side. Demarta there. Shot. I think I am going to go attacking. Because I'd like us to get a few goals in this. A nice 3-0 here would be nice for morale. Corner comes in. Of course, I've not set the corners up yet. I'm not doing any of that kind of thing until I've got my full squad. There's no point in setting corners and things up. Moving into half time. Not a lot's happening. Are you deducing anything from this, Phil? Pedrosa. Back to centre back. He's the centre back on defend, isn't he? Ball forward there. Demarta, can you get that ball in? No, he's ballooned it over the top. This is why we need a young up-and-coming nippy striker who can duck and weave and bang the ball in the back of the net. Right, the problem might come later. They both bomb forward on the counter as well as the wing backs. I mean, could that be because of the calibre of team that we're playing? Maybe they're inviting us onto them. Although they have got an attack going themselves here. You watch them score here. No, they're as bad as we are. Couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo. Right, we're moving into half time. I've got us attacking. I don't know whether I might change one of these DMs then. I like this Segundo Volante, but maybe one of the DMs. Yeah, I mean, we are all... I don't know. If you pause it when you get near the end of a counter-attack, you can check their positions. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, one of them probably does need to stay back a bit more. I might change one of them, actually. Right, I'm not going to be hard on them at the moment. I mean, I am known for being quite a harsh manager, so you will see a lot of this isn't good enough, absolutely unacceptable as the season goes on. If we're not, but I'm going to say, I'm just going to say keep going. The clue is we've only got one player that gained confidence by that, so we might do an individual one. I've seen Phil doing these, so we might do an individual one. The striker, Lazo, and Sanchez, and I'm going to say you played very poorly. Well, at least Demata looks fired up. Start the second half. Or the other way would play with full-backs. Yeah, you're right. You are right. I've not made any changes either, have I? But then we're playing quite a lowly team here, and even with the wing backs on attack, we're not scoring any goals. Whoops, the striker's through. Can we have a tackle? Tackle, clean tackle. Well played. Get that ball out. Over the top. Right, hang about. So let's have a look at this now. So this register here, let's have a look what we can do with him. So he's meant to be the playmaker, isn't he? And can he do that? Yes, he can. So playing there, bowling in, deep line playmaker, can play it. Right, let's have him. Let's have him as a deep line playmaker, but we'll stick him on defensive. Can we stick him on? I'm going to push him a bit further forward. I know you're all laughing in the chat. I told you, this is the side of the game that it's not my forte. Right, let's have a look how this goes now. Okay, so it looks to me like this still both going forward. It might be that it might be the team that we're playing. It might be the fact that the team feel really confident in going forward and that we're not going to get hit on the counter attack. Corner. I haven't got these routines set up, so I'm not expecting them to. Although I think they have nerfed corners in Football Manager. I've not seen many goals scored at corners recently. Can we get a goal here? Just a 1-0 will do. 1-0 will do nicely. Right, what we're thinking about this shape here. I mean, both these DMs are still playing quite high up. Ruben, he's going to put a nice ball in there. No, he's not, and that's gone ballooning over again. DLP will counter, Anchor will sit back. Yeah. I mean, it might be that the team that we're playing, we might be getting invited onto them because they're very defensive. Right, I'm not very happy with this at all. We should be. I mean, it's only the first friendly, isn't it? Oh, we're looking tired. Dada, Segundo Volante, looking very tired. We don't have an awful lot at the moment, though. This is where I need to get some players in. Right, what can he play? Right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change it up a bit. I'm going to bring him on, stick him in the middle, play him as the deep line playmaker, and we're going to whack him in the middle, and he can just be he can be a defensive midfielder on defend. Let's see how that looks. Go. Can we score a goal, please? DLP is staying back. Come on, lads. We're meant to be coming second in this league. We can't score against the gang of no hopers. Yes, we can. Vilhena, Tony Vilhena has put the ball in the back of the net, and that was a nice goal. When it's in 2D, do we actually get to go into 3D and watch the goal being scored? Yes, we do. Absolutely wonderful. Lazo, Montez, ball over the top. Lovely, sweet finish. First time hit. Beautiful. Right, okay then. I don't know whether I can claim any credit for that. I mean, change the midfield around a little bit. But we're doing all right. I've not really got that many subs that I can make. We are going to have to make some, I think, though. Let's just watch this. Ruben down the right. Back to Montez. Montez to the new lad that's come on. Playing it nice and cautiously. Come on, lads. We can beat these 3-0. Let's not play cautiously. Let's get the ball zipping about. Pedrosa. We're playing a bit. It's a bit ponderous, isn't it? It's only the first game of the season, though, and team cohesion's not very good. And we've got a second. Tony Vilhena is the superstar of the game up to now. Well, he's a superstar of the live stream up to now. Volhena. We'll have to have a look at him. Pedrosa coming down this left-hand side. Lovely ball in and a sweet finish. Vilhena again. That was a lovely goal. 2-0. This is looking a bit more like it. What are we thinking, Phil? Do we think this... getting Captain Gobster at the wheel? I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know whether it's the changes that I've made that have brought this on. I don't know what you're thinking. You have a good attacking line, 6 going forward. So Vilhena was the lad I brought in, shadow striker, for the injured Suarez, and he scored 2 really nice goals. Is he very left-footed? Yeah, he is very left-footed. So he's getting forward on that left a little bit and nicking the goal. Right, I'm going to change both my centre backs. We may as well make all the changes that we can make. Left wing back, right wing back, and we'll bring that striker on and give him a run out. So we've changed everybody now. This keeper, is he my best keeper? 31 years old. What's the other lad? Garcia, 22-year-old with 4 stars of... tell you what, let's give him a game as well. Right, confirm subs. Away we go. Back in again. 15 minutes, lads. Can we nick another one? It'd be very, very nice if we could nick another one. Shall we give them a shout of some... In fact, let's give them... They're looking a bit glum. Let's praise them. Let's see what happens. They're all looking a bit glum. I mean, this bugs me, this. You're winning 2-0, playing really well, and they're looking glum. And that's done absolutely nothing. Sometimes that button is completely and utterly pointless. Right, Exposito in the middle. I think we've actually stepped up a little bit since he came on as the DLP. Down that right-hand side, ball in the box. Can we get that in the back of the net? Give it to Doofer. He's got his bloody hat-trick. He's only gone and got his hat-trick. Tony, who knew? Who knew? Who needs Dennis Suarez on his 36 grand a week? We don't. Lazzo down that right-hand side. Swings the ball into the box. And, oh, right, there was a shot. Came back off the keeper. And he was there to get his hat-trick. Very nice. Well, he's on a 9.4. You watch now. Typical football manager. He probably won't score another goal all season now. At least I know I've got a good backup there for Suarez. I mean, he might even be better than Suarez. Who knows? What are we thinking, Phil? Have you said anything else? You need to make sure the 2 DMs stay close together. Well, I haven't got 2 DMs anymore now. I've only got the one. But a nice 3-0. This should do a little bit for team cohesion. Lazo there, down that. He's beaten his man nicely there. He's going to slip that in and he's ballooned it over the top. So I think we are pushing a lot of men forward again. Um, but I don't know. I might play it. I might play. We'll play the next friendly, Phil. It's a first for me. This is uncharted territory. I don't watch friendlies, but I get your point. It's worth having a look. So we will play the next friendly on Monday. I think I've decided now, unless something. I don't think I've got anything in the diary. You never know. Dad duties, granddad duties. You never know. The next thing, the phone rings and, oh, can you take me here? Can you take me there? And all your plans go to pot. But I think Monday, all being well, 7:30, we'll do another second part of this live stream. We'll try and get the transfers sorted, and we'll watch some more friendlies. So at least it'll keep Phil happy anyway. I don't know how many we've got in the chat. How many have we got in the chat now? Alex is still here, I think. Phil is definitely here. Two mids. It's good attacking. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, they were quite a poor team. When we start playing teams like Celta Vigo, who are, they're looking for promotion, aren't they? So as champions as well, it might be a different kettle of fish then. I don't know. We'll have to see. Looks okay so far. We will play some more friendlies, Phil. I'm getting on board. Getting on board. Right. Well, I think let's save the game there. We can't save the game there. We need to do a thing. Hang about. What we're saying. That's exactly. No, I want to really. That's as good a win as you're likely to see, and they're all extremely delighted. So that should. We'll have a look at the dynamics and see if that one game has made any difference. Let's have a look at dynamics now. Right, it's not done anything for the club atmosphere. Is very, very good now. What's this here? Espanyol recent form, a win, and it's our thumbs down. Why are we getting a thumbs down for a win? This game's absolutely mad. Okay, it didn't help the team cohesion, but yeah. So I think we're gonna save that there now, and then we're gonna come back on Monday. You notice here I'm trying not to clash with Phil, trying my best not to clash with Phil. So on Monday I think we'll be back for another live stream. We'll do the second part of this season build up, and we'll get some more friendlies played, and then Phil can tell me where I'm going wrong. That's how it's going to work, I think. Right, that was good, Gobby. Enjoyed it. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did. And Alex, if anything changes, are you on Instagram or anything? I certainly am. Yeah. I need to get my social media working. So I need to design something for Twitter and Instagram. And thanks for the thumbs up, Andrew. Nice that you've stuck around. And the chat tonight has been, I don't know, 400% better than I thought it would be. Because the chat was the one thing. I mean, I've still got to get used to it. And I've still got to get used to interacting. But I'm really chuffed with the way the chat's looked after itself. And I think you've all done an absolutely amazing job. And yeah, another thumbs up there from Alex. Brilliant stuff. And you can tell Phil where your scouts are going. Yeah, don't mention scouting to Phil. It's a sore subject. Oh well. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for everybody who's come along and supported this live stream tonight. And although I was quite nervous before, I've been nervous since I decided to do it. It's actually been quite good, and I've quite enjoyed it. Although I get, Phil, why you were ill the other day with a bad throat and stuff, because it doesn't do a lot for your vocal cords, this, does it? Anyway, when I did my first one, no one was there. But then again, you see, more thanks here to Phil, because in his stream last night, he said to everybody, you need to get over and watch the Gobby Gaffer tomorrow night. So it's worked a treat. If it hadn't been for Phil, I'd have had nobody in either. Anyway, like I say, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the support. I've really enjoyed It will hurt your throat. Well, it has done. Yeah, I think I'm going to struggle tomorrow now. But okay, so I'm going to go and have a cup of tea now and and try and calm down a little bit. My nerves are still a little bit on edge, but I think it's gone all right. I think there's a lot of things to there's a lot of balls to juggle, to coin a phrase. A lot of balls to juggle, and I will get used to it. I mean, Phil is very seasoned at this now, and he's 40 odd in 40 odd live streams in, so. But I get it now. A lot of the time, and this applies to lots of things in life, you have to do it yourself to understand the complexities and the difficulties. And I've definitely learned quite a few things tonight. But I've done a friendly game in 2D. I mean, what's the world coming to? I don't know. I think on that note, watching friendly games in 2D, it's not the Gobby Gaffer way, but I've quite enjoyed that. I think on that note, we'll leave it. So, like I say, thanks for watching, and yeah, I hope you all have a nice rest of the night and a nice weekend. It's a bank holiday weekend. I've just realised. Is anybody going to be around on Bank Holiday Monday? Although, to be fair, we probably all will be indoors because it'll rain a lot. Again, it's a family channel. Let's leave it at that. Okay, thanks for watching, and it's been quite good fun, and I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully, we'll see you on Monday.